Now we're ready for baseball. Japan takes the field. Team USA, the visiting team in this championship game. And here is that United States lineup with a couple of changes. Mookie Betts and Mike Trout and Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado. That doesn't change. Goldschmidt's been awesome in this tournament. Schwarber, the DH. Trey Turner moves from 9 to 6. They were reluctant to do it. Felt like they had to do it. JT Realmuto behind the plate. Cedric Mullins will get a chance to play some upgraded defense perhaps in left field. Kyle Tucker's a little banged up. Tim Anderson, the second baseman, and the 9th place hitter for the United States. So that's the U.S. lineup against this left-handed pitcher. And Japan's manager very confident in this young man.
Yeah, Shota Imanaga, 4 innings on 2 games, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Look, this is a guy who's going to feature a pretty good fastball, good riding 4-seam fastball. But his biggest pitch is that split. Can he throw it enough times to get the hitters off the fastball? We shall find out, but it's a fastball split slider combo. This is a guy that kind of is a little bit deceptive, a little Johnny Cueto, a little Tyler Anderson, a fastball like Urias that we saw in Mexico, but he's got the whole package, and I'm excited to watch him.
He's got that high spin rate stuff. Part of the reason why the stuff, at least based on velocity, maybe plays up a little bit. The defense for Japan, they played such a fundamentally sound game last night. Yoshida in left field, Nootbaar in center, Kondo in right, Murakami at third, Sosuke Genda, the shortstop, Yamada at second, Okamoto at first, and Nakamura behind the plate for Imanaga. Let's go down before first pitch to JP.
Dave, one thing I'll be watching very carefully here from my broadcast position next to Team Japan's dugout is Shohei Ohtani. At some point in time during the game, does he leave the dugout to warm up? Of course, typically he's a starting pitcher, but tonight he's the DH and batting third.
So it could get complicated if, in fact, Japan decides they want Ohtani on the mound, maybe for 3 outs, maybe for the final 3 outs. We'll have to see how the game plays out. JP will be watching that very, very closely. Hideki Kuriyama, great player. He's been a broadcaster. Now, for the first time, the manager of Team Japan. On the other side, Mark DeRosa, who is managing a team for the first time in his distinguished baseball career.
He's going to be fantastic. Both of these managers, man, they've done a fantastic job. And, oh, I've been waiting for this. Play ball.
So here we go. The World Baseball Classic championship game tonight. And the very first pitch to Mookie Betts is taken for a strike. What a top of the order, and particularly for a left-handed pitcher to have to go through Betts, Trout, and Goldschmidt right away. That little hesitation. Mookie hits a fly ball right center field. Kondo over, and he'll make the catch short of the warning track for out number 1.
That's a pretty good fastball right there in a third. He's going to have to throw inside to these right-handers to kind of speed them up a little bit and then hopefully go to that split. He wants to go to that split early and often. He has 2 types of split, one that dives into left-handers or away from right-handers, and the one that's more of a hanging just to steal a strike.
Saw the home plate umpire Lance Barksdale, the crew chief, John Tumpain, another big league umpire at first, Pinales Alfaro, Park, and Quinn Wolcott. The rest of this umpiring crew for this championship game. First pitch fastball to Mike Trout, just misses a little too far inside.
That's what we'll see with Imanaga, though. A lot of glove side fastballs, trying to tie up these right-handers.
The 1-0. Trout swings through the fastball. And that may be our first good example of the effect of that high spin rate. 94, but to a hitter, I think a lot of times it appears to be faster, firmer. That one is hit to shallow right field. Kondo has to race in, and it's going to fall. Base hit. Trout's going to try for second. The throw, the slide. He's safe.
Well, you want to talk about 5-tool player, America's captain. Oh my goodness. Gets a little curveball here. Tries to do the right thing, letting it get deep. Gets a little jam, but watch this. This is talking about velocity. A guy moving at 260 pounds, full on go. He's smelling it. Here we go, big boy. Pressure at all times.
Mark DeRosa's talked so much about Mike Trout's incredible talent level and the way he plays the game. tries to overpower the game. And I think Team USA loves the tone setting there from Trout to hustle his way into an extra base hit. Now Paul Goldschmidt. Breaking ball to steal, strike one. Goldschmidt among all these right-handed hitters, and there are a lot of them who have good numbers against lefties, but nobody destroyed left-handers like Paul Goldschmidt did last year. So what a great opportunity for the United States. 0-1. Goldschmidt had a big cut at a high fastball.
That was a very healthy cut right there by Paul Goldschmidt. But will Imanaga continue to come in and up on Paul Goldschmidt, or will he go to that split? He's got windows right now, Dave. He can bait him. We know Paul Goldschmidt does such a good job with his strike discipline. He's always swinging at the right pitches.
Catcher Nakamura going through the signs. Imanaga will check Trout at second. Another look back. 0-2. Got it.
That right there was a good split. That's a guy that's understanding, hey, I'm going to rush him up and in, and then I'm going to slow him down with the split change right there. It was more of a straighter split change. It had really no dive down. That was a good one right there. See Paul Goldschmidt right there having a little talk with Turner. Hey, talk to me about the split. What is it doing?
We saw so many of the young pitching stars for Japan in last night's semifinal game. Imanaga, he's 29 years old. He's been around a while. Not out of the woods yet. Nolan Arenado, first pitch swinging a ground ball to first, picked by Okamoto. He'll take it to the bag himself for the putout. And the United States is retired. Trout with the hustle double, but the United States does not score. Bottom of the first, no score. Japan comes up for the first time. Lars Nootbaar there, center fielder and leadoff hitter. Kensuke Kondo's had so many good at-bats in this tournament. He bats in front of Shohei Ohtani. Masataka Yoshida bats right behind him. Murakami, the hero last night. Okamoto, Yamada, Genta, Nakamura. Rounding out the lineup against Merrill Kelly. What an opportunity for the veteran right-hander.
Yeah, Merrill Kelly, you know, he's a guy that obviously has been welcoming this start for a long time. In 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. But talking to the manager in USA, and Andy Pettit, he said to me, hey, he's fixed a couple of things. He was getting around the baseball. He's looking to throw through the glove. I'm really excited what he's going to do tonight.
In a way, perfect for this tournament. He went around the world to rediscover his game, to fine-tune his game. First pitch swing, Nootbaar against Kelly. And a fly ball, shallow left field. Mullins for out number 1.
Now we're going to take a look at his pitch arsenal and what he's featuring. We know about the good fastball, the good riding fastball. It really gets on all the hitters. But for me, it's going to come down to that cutter. He's got to be able to throw that cutter to the left-handers. He's going to be facing a lot of them. We understand he's got a changeup, a sinker, and a curveball. But for me, it's the fastball, the cutter, and the changeup. If he can throw that cutter in early counts, it's going to be very difficult to hit Kelly tonight.
1 pitch, 1 out. Kensuke Kondo stands in. And a good fastball right on the outside corner. Strike 1 called. Kondo 5 extra base hits. He scored 9 runs. Key hitter in the lineup last night on the appeal. No swing. So the count is 1-1.
That's a very good changeup though right there early. Missing down with it.
I like this guy. He can hit. Takes that one just inside, ball 2.
That's that little baby cutter. That's the one that he's really got to throw tonight. He's going to have a good start.
You got the great Ohtani waiting in the on-deck circle. 2-1, foul tip with the fastball, 2-2.
I really like also that Mark DeRosa put Cedric Mullins in left field. we saw from last night's game, Japan really was hitting the ball the other way. Defense is going to be key for tonight's game.
There's a reason, really, he made that decision. Randy Arozarena almost stole the show last night, running all over the place, catching balls. That one hit hard up the middle, right into the defense. Trey Turner there for round number 2.
Red-eyed Trey Turner, we talk about, you know, not only is he hitting home runs and coming up clutch, but he's playing really good defense at shortstop. America's shortstop.
Now, Shohei Ohtani. In the middle of everything last night, whether Mexico pitched to him or pitched around him. The offense for Japan, in a lot of ways, went right through Shohei Ohtani. He was in the mix for all of it.
Ball gets out.
Takes ball 1 outside. And it is a conundrum when you face Japan, because he's so great and you want to circle him and say, we just can't let him beat us. But he's got the teammates if you pitch around him, and he's out there on the bases to make you pay.
I would still think you got to be very careful with Shohei Ohtani. Especially right here. A little good change-up count right here from Merrill Kelly. No, it's 2-0.
This is badly with that one. 3-0.
And it just really tells you how they're going to attack him right now. They're going to give him the Barry Bonds treatment. Nothing. He's not going to beat us. He's been highlighted in today's meeting for Team USA.
I'd highlight him too. 3-0. That's a strike.
This pitch from Merrill Kelly is coming up next. It's either my pitch that's going to be called for a strike or take your walk.
Good hitters count for a great hitter. The 3-1. Ohtani takes ball 4. It's close, but a 2-out walk. Defense behind this right-handed pitcher for Team USA. It's been a solid defensive tournament for the United States. It's been a difference in some of their tight games. Mullins, Trout, and Betts in the outfield. That's about as good as they can line it up. Arenado, one of the greatest in the game at any position. Turner, Anderson, who never played second before this World Baseball Classic, has done an excellent job there. Goldschmidt, and a catcher who can, by himself, negate the running game, JT Realmuto.
He's been fantastic all tournament long. You look at a good team, especially in this tournament. 2 best teams in the tournament. You look at them up the middle. Wow, they are smooth as it gets.
So here's Yoshida. A little bit high, ball 1. I think Lance Barksdale, our home plate umpire, he does have a tendency to be pretty tight. He can have a smallish strike zone. What a tournament for Yoshida. Including a huge 3-run home run last night. He pops this one up behind home plate. Realmuto back to the backstop, but it's beyond his reach.
Think about Merrill Kelly, though. When he comes inside to left-handers, he kind of gets around the baseball a little bit, so it tends to cut late. The problem is he'll get that same fastball when he's trying to throw it away, and it'll kind of run on him a little bit. So he's got that cutter, he's got that run, he's got that good changeup. He's going to need them all tonight.
Pickoff. He does also have a very good pickoff move. So the combination of that move and Realmuto behind the plate is going to be tough. As long as Merrill Kelly's in the game, tough to run on USA. Another pickoff throw.
I would think Shohei wants to match Mike Trout and get to second base, like Mike Trout did in the first inning. Shohei wants to get to second base, especially with 2 outs. That's when you got to try it. The deeper the count goes, the more likely Shohei will go.
The 1-1. Fouled off to the left. So Merrill Kelly 1 strike away from getting through this first inning. Packed house in Miami, championship game. culmination of weeks of tremendous baseball. Kelly's 1-2. That one sort of flipped down the left field line, but foul.
Early, I'm seeing these swings, and it's late. It's on you. I face Merrill Kelly, and the ball just explodes out of his hand. You think you're on it. Next thing you know, you're just not.
Took him a long time to get to the big leagues. Pitched in Korea for 4 years. Came back to the United States after having great success there, and has turned into one of the better starters in the National League for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Another 1-2 to Yoshida. He takes strike 3 call, dropped by Real Muto. He'll apply the tag, and that's a good start for Merrill Kelly. So we'll go to the second in Miami. No score.
Mark DeRosa's first coach, his forever coach, is his father, Jack. Jack passed away in 2012, and as Mark DeRosa took the reins of Team USA for this tournament, he reflected often on his father's lessons and his memory. And one of the things on his mind tonight, Dave, is honoring all those lessons that his father gave him. And interestingly, Mark DeRosa wondered how much he would like to manage. He's now honoring his father by loving the job he has right now.
Yeah, thank you, JP. It was part poignant and part spirited when Mark was telling us about that. He sort of finished with, my dad would want us to win this freaking game. There was an intensity with the manager for Team USA, Kyle Schwarber. A high strike given by Lance Barksdale. Inning number 2.
We asked Mark DeRosa about what was the message for Team USA. He says really none. And I think these boys know what they got to do, what's at stake. They're ready to roll.
You got Schwarber to swing through the fastball. It's 0-2. Kyle Schwarber. It's been a relatively quiet World Baseball Classic, but I don't think there was much of a decision to be made to have him in the lineup. 0-2. That one is hit off the end of the bat to right field. Kondo charging in, and he'll get there.
Well, so far for Imanaga, it's been that good fastball to start things off for every hitter, and then that good slider and split. Now, he's really got that ride today. A little bit more than I would think these USA hitters have been thinking about. They understood that they had ride, but it's just really getting on them.
Well, here we go. Trey Turner, who's been awesome the last 2 games, had the home run that Team USA will never forget in the come-from-behind win against Venezuela, and then 2 home runs against Cuba in the semis. Breaking ball off the outside, and it was a dilemma because the way the lineup set up, Team USA wanted to move him up, but he was so good in that number 9 spot. Well, there was superstition or comfort or whatever, but here he is hitting 6th, and he takes low ball 2.
How about those numbers right there?
4 home runs. Wow. Turner right back to the backstop.
I think we've seen from Trey Turner is when he gets on a big wave, more than not, he usually stays on that wave of hitting for a long time. He's not a guy that's streaky. Kind of stays consistent, gives you good at bats. But when he's on one, they're usually for a long time.
2-1 pitch. Turner hits another one down the left field line. He's done it again. It's gone.
America's shortstop, Trey Turner. We talked about the wave. He's riding a big wave. Trying to throw that cheese inside. Trey Turner was absolutely ready for it.
USA! USA!
Incredible. What a week for Trey Turner. Realmuto fouls one out of play.
Take a look at that four-seamer. It really just looks like the same video we've been watching all week. Trying to throw Trey Turner fastballs inside, and he just keeps hitting them. And check out Mark DeRosa. You think he's feeling it? He's got the best seat in the house.
What a smile. D-Row is he just didn't want to mess it up by moving him in the lineup. I mean, that's kind of how it works in this sport. If it's working, don't change anything. He reluctantly moved him up in the order. Obviously did not affect the swing. Tied for the most home runs in a single World Baseball Classic in history. And he's going to have some more at-bats tonight. Who knows? Inside ball 2 to Realmuto.
I just don't understand how you even would frisk at the idea of, well, let's try to throw him another fastball inside here. He was ready.
Realmuto's been great. New teammates with Trey Turner. He went around there. 2-2. Well, we know Team USA has so many great players, and we know that Trey Turner is one of those. I mean, Trey Turner is one of the best players in the world, period. But for him to be the guy to flex the muscles, to bring the huge power, I think that has surprised some folks. 2-2. Full count now, 3-2.
Well, in the 2022 season, Trey Turner, 21 home runs, 100 RBIs in 160 games. A guy that plays every single day. Maybe the new feature for Trey Turner's game is upping those home run count.
His career high, 28 in a single season. Realmuto fouls that one out of play.
And he's in a great stadium to up those home runs too.
Yeah, he could be coming for a new career high this year. I mean, it's funny, Team USA's hit 11 home runs, more than any other team in this World Baseball Classic. Turner's got 5. Nobody else has more than 1. He's the only player for Team USA who's hit more than 1, and he's hit 5 of them.
Pound for pound, one of the strongest guys in that team, Trey Turner.
3-2. Realmuto, line drive, base hit, left field.
Abe, it's clear. They understand Imanaga is going to come in on them with those fastballs. They're ready for it, and they're ready for it in any count. Right there, Imanaga tried to throw that 2-2 fastball in, and although he gets the broken bat, JT just too strong.
It's just going to be, this is essentially, I mean, it's a 1-game championship. This is a game 7. So we'll have to see how both managers want to work their way through this game. It's only the 2nd inning. Now a left-handed hitter, Cedric Mullins, who homered against Cuba in the semifinal win. He takes ball 1.
More than not, solo homers will not get you pulled out of the game. It's more of the longer innings, the first and second base hits, the man on second 2 out base hit. Those are the ones that the managers will say, okay, he's had enough.
1-0 pitch. Mullins takes a strike. Just kind of that get it in breaking ball. Well, we have our first answer to my question. Shosei Togo, right-hander, is getting loose. Japan's not going to wait around. If Imanaga gets into more trouble. 1-1. 1-2.
That's a good slider right there. A little bit of a sweeper action to it. Those are really, really tough for left-handers to, 1, lay out of, and 2, make any type of connection on it.
The 1-2 to Mullins. Strike 3 call. Perfect pitch right on the outside.
You see that four-seamer, although Nakamura wanted that ball inside, It was still a good pitch on the away zone. Imanaga, though, has got that really good ride four-seamer. I think Cedric Mullins was caught in between there. I think he was still thinking soft. Good pitch calling.
And the umpire, Lance Barksdale, I think it's worth pointing out. Runner at first, 2 down. Tim Anderson, 9th place hitter for Team USA. Takes a breaking ball high. That's the slower curveball there. There's some umpires who, if you miss the target, even if the ball's in the strike zone, have a hard time calling it a strike. That was a strike, and Lance Barksdale called it strike 3. Real Muto, the runner at first. Anderson on the ground, up the middle, base hit. Real Muto will stop at second. And now Team USA has a chance to make this much more than just a 1-run inning with the top of the order coming back up.
We haven't seen a lot of doubling up with pitches in Imanaga. Right there, he doubled up with that curveball. Tim Anderson's just too good. His hand-eye coordination is too good. You throw him that lollipop once again, and he'll make you pay for it.
They're going to get a meeting on the mound. I wonder if it's possible that Japan is considering a pitching change right here, right now. It doesn't look like it with Hideki Kuriyama.
I would think he'll give him one more hitter in Mookie Betts.
Got to be careful with Mookie, obviously. That goes without saying. So now Yuki Utagawa has joined Togo in the bullpen. That's something we probably won't see from Team USA. Japan a little more free to use their bullpen liberally. 2 on, 2 out. Mookie Betts swings at that pitch and hits a fly ball to left field. Yoshida will make the catch short of the warning track, and Mookie might have just missed one. So all in all, just the one. But more than that, because of what Trey Turner is doing in this World Baseball Classic. Amazing! His 5th home run makes it 1-0 USA.
Merrill Kelly on the mound, his wife Bree in the stands, and Merrill credits Bree for their family's extraordinary adventure during those 4 seasons in Korea. That was where Merrill transformed himself into a high-end major league starter, and the two of them had an extraordinary experience as well. Bree told me earlier today that Merrill loved the environment there, the great fan support, the noise in the ballpark. Certainly a lot of those same vibes here in Miami tonight.
It really is a cool story, JP, because unlike some other pitchers who say go to Korea, go to Japan after they've had a taste of Major League Baseball, Merrill Kelly had never pitched in the big leagues and went over there and did really transform his career. Now a first pitch swing. Murakami crushes one into the second deck. Tie game.
David takes one swing. That happened last night. The drive to left center to win it. Sees another fastball tonight. Tie ball game. Murakami is no surprise to big games and big swings. The 2-time MVP has come up huge for Japan. You want to answer back? There it is right there.
Oh my goodness, was that ball crushed or what? 432 feet, 115 miles per hour off the bat.
Think he knew it was a no-doubter?
Yes.
A very quiet pip job, like I like to say.
Wow. Big time swing. So with that, it's 1-1. Okamoto, the first baseman for Japan.
I should throw that four-seamer right there. Look how short and compact he stays. All it takes with these sluggers is one swing.
Well, and the point you're making about that is if you missed last night's semifinal game, that is just crushed. Wow. That's Ohtani territory up there. 1-2 to Okamoto. He hits a liner into right center field, and that's a base hit. But back to Murakami just briefly. Through his first at-bats of the game last night, he looked like a lost soul. He was a shell of himself, and he came up in that huge spot late in the game, delivered the game-winning hit, and the swing we just saw, that's the swing that they've been watching in Japan the last 2 years as the best hitter in those leagues.
I love most about that is he was thinking about bunting during that situation.
He talked about it after the game.
And Koriyama, you got to give him credit as the manager here for Japan. Said no. We know what you can do with the bat. We believe in you. Go ahead. And it just shows the effects of a manager understanding the moment and the player he had at the plate.
Yeah. Yamada takes outside. He out told him, do not bunt. We want you to swing the bat like you've done so many times. Triple Crown winner last year.
And he's even talked about, I wanted to match the ability of Shohei Ohtani, not in a mean way, not in a more jealous way. It's just he's been so good for Japan. He needed some protection. He felt like he was the guy that said, okay, I'm the one that's going to be by your side during this whole thing. So a lot of pressure was built on him, but he's delivered here in a Game 7 situation.
So 1-1. That's our score. Nobody out. Still bottom of the second. 2-1 to Yamada. That one misses badly. It's 3-1. Let's go down to JP.
Murakami was the dominant story in Japan last year in the news period. Cy Snead, a former Major League pitcher who was his teammate with the Yakult Swallows, told me last year that when he walked by the newsstands, he said, quote, more or less all the front pages are his picture.
Well, last night that came true again, I'm sure. And this morning, Yutaka Murakami, two-time reigning Central League MVP. Monster power numbers. 3-1. 3-2. It is now Wednesday morning in Tokyo.
Konnichiwa.
With a country watching. The interest, the passion for baseball in that country off the charts. Samurai Japan, as they call this national team. 3-2. And a foul ball. Ohtani, of course, in the big leagues. Murakami still playing in Japan. Maybe one day he'll come to Major League Baseball, but those are the two dominant forces in Japanese baseball with the long ball. Ohtani does a little bit more than that too.
Yeah.
3-2, and that one is driven to right field. Betts will glide over and catch it for out number 1. This was last night. His teammates with the Yakult Swallows in their clubhouse watching the game. Let's listen to their reaction when he came through. You can excuse the camera work. They were a little excited there. I'm sure they can't wait to see their teammate come home and celebrate an incredible moment. Now breaking ball to Sosuke Genda, the shortstop and 8th place hitter.
Lots of game left here.
A lot of game. Genda, you see that bottom pinky finger, right hand pinky, wrapped up. He flips that line drive into left field. That's going to be a hit. So broken finger or not, Genda gets an opposite field single, and Japan has 2 on with 1 out.
Well, a guy who does all the right things. A guy that can absolutely field it, but a guy right here at the plate who's not scared of the moment, not scared of the finger being hurt. And one thing we saw yesterday from Mexico is they threw him a lot of fastballs. He was very late with the fastball. Today, they try to do the same thing. Genda was a little more prepared for the pitch.
So Mark DeRosa now starting to talk things over in the dugout. A run across, 2 more hits. Andy Pettit, his pitching coach, on the phone. We may see some bullpen activity. Pitch ball to the ninth place hitter, the catcher Nakamura. Known more for his defense, but capable. 3 for 6 in this World Baseball Classic.
He understands his role. He's not thinking a slug right here. He's just thinking to put the ball in play.
2-0. We got Aaron Loup up in the bullpen. Now Loup is not going to go long in this game, but in terms of a lefty against all the left-handed hitters at the top of the lineup, Mark DeRosa deciding he may need him in this second inning. 2-0. Slow bouncer toward third. It kicks foul.
One thing Nakamura likes to do is pull the baseball. He is on top of the dish. Merrill Kelly, if he's going to throw inside, he's got to get it inside, move his feet. So that way you can expand the zone away with the slider or the changeup. He's a guy, and you can tell right there, I mean, he is on top of the dish, and he's looking for one thing, and that's to pull the baseball.
Lead runner Okamoto, not great speed. He's the first baseman at second. Not a real fast runner at the plate. 2-1, and he got it inside. 2-2.
That's the pitch. You want to win this at bat, and Kelly, you got to throw it right there. Look how over the plate he is. I mean, his leg kick is completely on top of that dish. It's uncomfortable. You have to make sure that you get it inside. Now you open up windows.
Merrill Kelly's 2-2. That one just misses it. It almost reminds me of Justin Turner in the big leagues. He is so close to the plate. You miss by an inch, and it's almost like you're going to hit him.
And that was in right there, but with Turner, he likes to step in the bucket a little bit when he's gliding with his front foot. With him, with Nakamura, he stays more even with it. A lot harder to hit that pitch inside.
Even harder. 3-2. That is a ball outside. He walked him, and that's huge. That's the ninth place hitter. Now the bases are loaded with Lars Nootbaar coming up, and we'll see what Mark DeRosa wants to do.
I just don't know if Loup is warmed enough.
This could be a meeting from Real Muto and company just to stall for an extra minute. Some more pitches. Looks like Brady Singer also just starting to get loose out there.
They're bringing the right matchup in Loup if that's the case. Ground ball guy. Looking for a double play, not necessarily looking for a strikeout. Tough matchup for Nootbaar.
So we'll see, and it does look like Mark DeRosa is coming out. So that was just to buy an extra moment, and the USA manager is going to make the pitching change. It's only the second inning, but it's a winner-take-all championship game, and Mark DeRosa is managing like it. So Kelly out, Aaron Loup in, bases loaded, one down. Pitching change. We'll be back right after this.
The final roster addition Team USA made before this tournament began was to add the man who is on the mound right now. Aaron Loup replaced Brooks Raley when Raley sustained a minor hamstring injury in the final day before Team USA began pool play in Phoenix, Arizona. Aaron Loup, an 11-year veteran, most known for his ability to match up in the late innings, but Mark DeRosa trusted both his ability and his character. And DeRosa would know, 10 years ago, Aaron Loup and Mark DeRosa were playing teammates on the Toronto Blue Jays.
Well, what a spot for the guy who was the late ad, because the bases are loaded and the top of the order is up for Team Japan in a tie game. It's only the second inning, but it feels like a massive moment in this game.
Yeah, we know. And Loup, he's a specialist for left-handers, but you know, in Nootbaar last year in 2022, he hit left-handers better than right-handers at a 273 mark, and versus right-handers 217. So he's a specialist of hitting left-handers. So it's going to be an absolute challenge right here for Loup, especially the first pitch. He's an ambusher in Nootbaar.
Yeah, you got the defense set for Nootbaar to pull, but that left side is a little exposed, as great as Nolan Arenado is. Bases loaded, one out. Nootbaar, who has become a hero in Japan. First pitch, and he squared around like he might bunt. I think he was just taking a pitch there, and Loup got the call, strike one. What a spot for Aaron Loup. One strike pitch, and it's strike two.
That's a good strike right there. That's got sinking action. That ball is coming out of second base. Very hard to time up if you're Nootbaar. Right now you're in just protection mode.
Kondo on deck, then we would see Ohtani if Japan's rally continues. Here's the 0-2. Nootbaar breaks his back. Slow roller to first base. Goldschmidt's only play is to first, and Loup just got there to get the out. On the play, Okamoto comes in to score. So Japan takes its first lead 2-1.
That's the downside on Loup, is he gets soft contact in a situation when you need double plays. As we see him right there, get to the bag. Great job right there, slowing everything down, staying behind the baseball on that toss by Goldschmidt. But he's so deceptive, he's so good that you get a lot of soft contact. A moment when you need the double play kind of worked in the favors of the Japanese hitters.
And the value of putting the ball in play in a 2-strike count to get the run home. Now a chance for more with Kensuke Kondo. He takes a strike. Kondo hit the ball hard his first time up again tonight. We've seen nothing but hard contact off his bat since Team Japan showed up in Miami. This is a big spot. A base hit could make it 4-1. Well off the outside.
He's so athletic in the box. A lot of these Japanese hitters are very athletic, but he's always moving. He's always got a lot of rhythm in his load. Very first movement, and then he just continues to wiggle.
He takes a strike. Well located, 1-2.
That's a good pitch. Loup has been missing with his fastball in the inner third to the left-handers. You know he's got a good slider. Let the action work.
Here's the 1-2. That one is hit down the left field line. Foul. Not by much.
That's all Kondo's trying to do right there. Trying to see the ball as deep as possible. Using the other field, the left side of the field. If you're Loup, you want to throw that fastball. You want to throw that fastball in. Nothing away.
Loup will try it again. Kondo a check swing, foul. He did come way inside. Kondo tried to hold up and did manage to hold up, but the ball hit the bat. Foul ball.
Very scary situation, obviously, too, for Team USA. You got to have guts if you're JT Realmuto to call that pitch inside, knowing you have Shohei Ohtani behind.
Correct. A hit batter loads the bases for Ohtani, and Team USA does not want that. Now time. Loup was so locked in, he didn't see the home plate umpire. He was into his motion. Trying to dig deep here and get Team USA out of this big second inning jam. The 1-2. That one is popped up into center field. Mike Trout is there for out number 3. And all things considered, Aaron Loup did a really good job. But the home run from Murakami was a blast. And Japan added one more after that. We go to the third. 2-1, Japan leads. Well, first time up, Mike Trout trying to get this USA team started.
No way, you're not getting there.
Bobby Witt wearing a microphone in the dugout. Right off the bat, he knew that was going to be a double for Mike Trout.
The max sprint speed right there, 30 feet per second. That's pretty good. What a special player.
So he comes up here in the third. Team USA's lead is gone, and now Shosei Togo, 22-year-old, very young right-hander for the Yomiuri Giants.
You know one thing, he's coming off a career year in 2022, a fly ball pitcher. He induces a lot of soft contact with that slider splitter. Sits mid-90s.
His first pitch in this championship game to Mike Trout. Welcome to the game, Shosei. Is strike one. The 0-1. Foul tip, and it got a piece of the catcher. 0-2. Mike Trout has been relatively quiet here in Miami these couple games. Team USA would not be here without his performance. He carried at times the United States lineup in Phoenix in pool play to get here to have a chance to win this championship.
Yep.
To Trout. Not close.
Oh, there's that slider right there. Ball out of the hand, but it's a little too quick with it. One thing I've noticed with Japanese pitchers, they've come in a lot, especially late. Early and late has been in on him.
The 1-2 to Trout, and he got it swinging. Very impressive.
Well, he made quick work of Mike Trout right there with 4 pitches, but check this splitter out. It just falls right out of the table. A lot of guys in the big leagues don't throw that pitch. It looks funky. It looks like a fastball, like a little two-seamer, and all of a sudden it just dies on you. Drops out of a table. Just a good pitch right there.
That was nasty. So now Paul Goldschmidt, he takes the breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Goldschmidt struck out his first time up. That was against the starter Imanaga. 1-1. Arenado on deck, and then Schwarber would follow. That one is hit high in the air, way up there. Coming in hard, Yoshida from left field toward the line. 2 down. So 2 outs. Kyle Freeland is up in the bullpen for Team USA. So I do believe in the bottom of this 3rd inning, that's the guy who we'll see.
More of a clean inning type of guy who can come in and start fresh. Hopefully give him a couple innings, 2 or 3 innings max.
And I know Merrill Kelly, saw him there in the dugout. I know he's disappointed. Aaron Loup, though, did an excellent job, because that could have gotten ugly for Team USA with the top of the order up and only the 1 extra run after the home run. Ball 1 to Nolan Arenado. He fouls it out of play. It's 1-1.
You can tell the action on that fastball today on Togo. It's got some giddy up on it. There's not one fastball Nolan doesn't like to pull. Right there, he was a little tardy. It's 1-1 count, though. Anything goes. He's thrown that good split, that good fastball in with a little ride. I would think split here.
Threw it, but missed with it.
Well, now you can double up on it, or take the adjustments of Nolan and say, hey, I got to trust my fastball here. But Nolan, he's too smart. He'll make the adjustment.
Togo's 2-1 pitch.
Did he go?
Did he go? No. 3-1.
I would think the play here is being very careful with Nolan. Having Schwarber behind, who hasn't fared too well in this tournament, hitting 167. Nolan's the guy you got to be careful with, especially in these counts, fastball counts.
Here's the 3-1. That is ball 4 inside. Did not throw him a fastball. It's a 2-out walk.
That's a clear message on Schwarber's part. If he's on deck, hey, we want to go against you.
That is a little dangerous because Kyle Schwarber hasn't had his best swing going, but all it takes is one with this guy.
Sure does. He really reminds me a lot of Murakami. It's one swing and he's locked in.
Just massive power. 46 home run season last year for Kyle Schwarber. Goes after the first pitch though, pops it up. Will it be playable? No. In the net, just beyond the reach of the catcher Nakamura.
Boy, he took a really good swing on that fastball. Just missed it. He knows it.
Only Aaron Judge in all of Big League Baseball had more home runs last year than the guy at the plate right now. 0-1. Up and in. And in big games, playoff games, no matter where he's played, Kyle Schwarber has come up huge. 2-1.
Schwarber's the type of guy, as the at-bat goes, he likes to sit on a pitch, kind of, okay, I have a feeling the split's coming here, and he'll sit on it. If it's a good pitch, if it's a hanging pitch, we may have the lead.
2-1.
Again,
close, but called a ball. Togo got the first two outs quickly, Trout and Goldschmidt, and now he's having a hard time throwing strikes.
2 out walks. They can haunt you.
I mean, we know who's on deck. It is not the guy that Japan wants to face with men on base. Trey Turner waiting, hoping. 3-1. Schwarber went after a high fastball that might have been ball 4.
He got away with one right there in Togo. That's 2 fastballs already that Schwarber's been underneath. He's going to get a good pitch to hit here. They don't want Turner with first and second.
Almost like a wry smile from Shosei Togo. Arenado's going to take off with 2 down. There he goes. 3-2 pitch is ball 4. Not close. Amazing. Back-to-back 2-out walks. And the guy who has dominated play here in Miami is coming to the plate, and that prompts a meeting.
Well, the pitch selection for me was a little bit strange on Schwarber, but let's take a look at that second inning homer. Boy, oh boy, they just feel like they're the same clip from this whole tournament. Guys are trying to go in on him, and Trey Turner's just too short and too good.
Locked in a way that, as great as he's been in his career, I'm not sure we've ever seen Trey Turner quite like this. 5 home runs to lead everybody in this World Baseball Classic, matching an all-time tournament record. Opportunity to tie the game, or who knows, maybe much more. First pitch to Turner, way outside, and a great save by Nakamura.
So overthrowing that split right there. What a great job right there by Nakamura. Wow, that's a save and a beauty.
Might keep the bat in the hands though of Trey Turner. That gets by. Maybe they just walk him. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed the fastball. Everything feels dangerous right now against Turner.
Just a little late, a little underneath it. I think he was caught in between right there. He's just so good at simplifying it real in this at bat.
The 1-1. Bounces it foul. 1-2. I mean, 2 strike situations have not phased him. He hit the grand slam against Venezuela the moment of this whole tournament in a 2-strike count. You go back to that at bat, 4 home runs in his last 7 at bats. Here's the 1-2. Not this time. The splitter strikes him out. So Togo walks 2 but gets through Turner. Middle of the 3rd. It's 2-1 Japan. Shohei Ohtani coming up here for Team Japan. It's such a cool side story to this championship game that teammates in the big leagues, maybe the 2 biggest stars in the sport tonight, get to go head to head. Ohtani took batting practice again today yonder, and again it was unbelievable.
It was a facade homer. I mean, every shot he was hitting was just unbelievable. Hitting the top of the screen there. It was a show. Not that many swings, but it was an absolute show.
So the new pitcher, Kyle Freeland, immediately has to face Ohtani, and he bounces a breaking ball for ball 1. 3rd pitcher of the game already for Team USA, bottom of the 3rd. Freeland, who pitched against Great Britain through 3 innings in pool play back in Phoenix. Got the call there. It's 1-1.
Freeland, we know one thing. He is absolutely excited for the opportunity. Denver, Colorado's finest, playing for the Rockies.
Ohtani swings and misses. 1-2.
I talked to him earlier in Freeland and asked him, how much fun are you having? He goes, man, what a blessing. This has been unbelievable. Tough task.
Here's his 1-2. Off the outside. Did you see what Ohtani said yesterday after the game about taking batting practice? He usually doesn't do it on the field during the big league season. He just wanted Team Mexico to see him take some swings. Full count here, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ohtani takes strike 3 call.
That was a good slider right there on Freeland. Going to work quickly on Shohei Ohtani. A little slider cutter. Oh man, froze him completely. 3-2. You throw a left on left cutter like that, more than not you're not going to get the swing.
That was a well executed pitch. Now he misses inside to Yoshida. So not this time for the great Ohtani. Who apparently had quite the pregame speech Ohtani did in the locker room before the game.
He sure did.
He was the guy to get up and address Team Japan.
Quote unquote, let's stop admiring them. If you admire them, you can't surpass them. We came here to surpass them, to reach the top for one day. Let's just throw all that away, the admirations, and just think about winning.
I think that would get me going. That's ball 4 to Yoshida. So after Freeland struck out Ohtani, he gives up the 4-pitch walk. We've seen the walk be a big play for Japan these last couple of nights, and now it just feels like a whole different story with Munetaka Murakami coming to the plate. Last night, midway through the game, it looked like he wanted to dig a hole and hide, and now he walks up to the plate with his head held high.
One thing about Murakami, though, he likes to swing first pitch, especially if it's a fastball, like the first at bat, first pitch swinging. And last night he was swinging at all the first pitches they threw him.
So we'll see. Freeland to the plate, and a first pitch swing could be 2. Anderson to second, 1. Turner to first. Got him, double play. Nicely turned by Team USA and their defense. So Freeland gets the double play ball after the walk. Good pick by Goldschmidt at first. We're through 3, 2-1 Japan. We go to inning number 4. Team USA, another home run from Trey Turner, took a 1-0 lead. Japan answered with 2 runs in the bottom of the second. Both starters out of the game, which is not that surprising considering it's a 1-game championship. Must win. So Togo, who is a starter in Japan, came on in relief, and he'll work another inning at least. Against the bottom part of the order, Realmuto, Mullins, and Anderson due up here. JT Realmuto quietly, he's had a great tournament.
Yeah, and they've been trying to go in on him with fastballs inside. See if JT understands that and turns on one.
They went inside and up.
Yeah, but that just tells me he was sitting fastball and he was sitting fastball in.
Togo works from the windup. And his breaking ball's a little bit low. It's 1-1. JT Realmuto had the great quote the other day. And I think speaking for everybody in that dugout, it's 1-2. How could you possibly rather be in spring training than have a chance to play in these games? Almost like the recruitment for the next World Baseball Classic has already started.
Oh yeah.
1-2, a slow roller hit foul.
Oh, Mike Trout already said, I'm in. 2026, count me in there.
Mookie Betts, I think, said the same. Mark DeRosa said he thinks that every big position player for America is going to want to play next time around, and he thinks the recruitment on the pitching side will be intense.
Oh yeah.
1-2. That one lined to shortstop and caught there by Genda.
Well, let's look at the pitch sequence that ended Turner's at bat. Prior inning. That was the split right there, and I felt like that pitch got really Turner thinking. Little kind of in between the whole at bat. Wasn't sure what to really look for. Tells me that Togo had a really good fastball and a really good split, especially in Turner's at bat.
Here's Mullins, the splitter for strike 1.
Like that one.
If you strike out Trey Turner, we're going to highlight you.
Absolutely.
So it's a little carrot for every pitcher for Japan. Right now, the way Trey Turner's swinging. The 0-1. Mullins pops it up. That one's going to make it back into the seats, or at least into the net. It's 0-2.
I think for me is the ability to get ahead of hitters early in the at-bat, because then the splitter really comes to play. You know, he's got a good fastball. We know that he's a fly ball pitcher, likes to get a lot of soft contact, but those first 2 pitches in the at-bat are so crucial for Togo. If he lands them for strike, he can go to work.
The 0-2. He threw the split. Mullins did a good job. Cedric Mullins, who's really turned into a star for the Baltimore Orioles, playing tonight. He's an excellent hitter. That one called the ball. Nakamura thought it was strike 3.
He had a case there. That was a good split changeup right there. Caught the corner.
He came up ready to throw. 2-2. Mullins fights it off down the right field side. But you talked about it earlier. Mullins is really in the game tonight to help Mark DeRosa have the best possible outfield defense. That left field spot last night, Japan was just sending one line drive after another out there.
They were. I think he bought himself another splitter here, 2-2. I don't think they will go in on him.
Let's see. That one lined towards left center field, and it's going to be caught. Slicing back to Yoshida, 2 down.
Yoshida did such a good job with that first step. Fighting the lights as we see that split change right there. Mullins did a good job protecting with 2 strikes. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man, Yoshida. So smooth back there.
I think you're right. At the end, maybe just a little difficulty seeing the ball, looking up into the lights. But he made the catch. 2 down. Here's Tim Anderson. Had a base hit his first time up. Swings through the fastball.
Tim right there took a shot. He's such a good breaking ball hitter. Gotta be careful with Tim Anderson. Any breaking balls, he's going after him.
0-1. He went after that one to right center field and fairly deep. Big part of the yard though. Kondo for the out. So another scoreless inning for Togo. 2-1. Japan leads.
This was the rivalry that we all had in mind when the WBC was born in 2006. A dramatic win for the Americans that year. But 3 years later, Japan dominated Team USA in the semifinal at Dodger Stadium, and it was in the very same ballpark, Chavez Ravine, where Team USA finally advanced to the WBC championship game 6 years ago.
So the history in this event of these two teams going head to head, and this year almost feels like more than ever. The two best teams in the world are meeting for this championship. And I know yonder coming in, the Dominican Republic, their lineup stacked, pitching depth. Venezuela, great team. Puerto Rico, all the history and the star power on that team. But
yeah,
through it all, is Kyle Freeland back to work and a swing on a high fly ball. Left center field and deep. Mullins at the wall. It's gone! Okamoto.
Oh, no surprise. Past 5 seasons, 30-plus home runs. We know the power is there in Okamoto. 164 home runs in that span. He got a good pitch to hit right there. Boy, oh boy, he did not miss it.
His second home run of this World Baseball Classic and the second home run of the night for Japan.
Just a little baby slider. Stayed right over the plate. Oh, extension, 2-hand finish. He knew it was gone as soon as it left his bat.
Now Yamada pops it up right center field. Mookie Betts calls off Mike Trout. And that is out number 1.
It just sounds different, Dave. As soon as it left his bat, it was a no-doubter. They knew.
Maybe the only doubt, outfield wall's a little higher there, one of the biggest parts of the ballpark. And this is not an easy home run hitter's ballpark. But you're right, that was crushed. Now Genda takes a strike.
Careful with a good push bunt here. He'll try to bunt it towards Tim Anderson.
Anderson's playing deep. If he can get it by the pitcher, almost like a swinging bunt, but he hit it foul off his foot, so it's 0-2.
The beauty of this team is, Shohei Ohtani yesterday was saying, oh, this is the best team that he's ever been on. I mean, the top to bottom, they got the defense, they got the power, they got the speed, they got the pitching.
Once 1-0 USA, now it's 3-1 Japan. Speaking of defense, the manager for Japan, Hideki Kuriyama, we were talking to him today before the game. The guy at the plate right here, Sosuke Genda, not just the greatest shortstop right now, he called him the greatest shortstop in Japanese baseball history defensively.
Rookie of the Year in 2017, and after that he hasn't disappointed defensively. 5 straight Golden Glove awards. It's given to the best defender in his league at his position.
Slashes that one foul.
And that's what Japan's always been able to do. They're not going to make the mistakes. They're going to hit the right cuts. They're going to play the right defense. They're going to run the right bases. They're going to make you beat them, but beat them the right way. They're not going to give you outs.
2-2 off the outside. Defensive run save leaders since the start of 2021 at shortstop in the big leagues. Correa, Walls, Rojas, Kiner Falefa. We do have measurements as Genda strikes out swinging for baseball.
Plus 37.
Way above and beyond.
Wow. That's incredible.
And we saw him make a spectacular over-the-shoulder catch in last night's win. There were so many plays like that last night for Japan. There was the relay to cut down the run at home plate, the over-the-shoulder catch that added up to give Japan a chance to come from behind and win. Now the ninth place hitter Nakamura takes ball one.
One thing I've noticed with all the infielders for Japan, they catch the ball not with two hands but with one. Tells you how sure they are of their hands.
On the ground to short. Arenado's going to cut it off, and he'll snap the throw to first. Miami, Florida, the site for this championship game in the World Baseball Classic. Fireworks over the water and fireworks all tournament long inside. With the quality of baseball we've seen in this ballpark over the last 10+ days has been phenomenal.
Sure has been.
And the United States and Japan going head to head here. Another new pitcher for Japan. Hiroto Takahashi takes over. Third pitcher of the game for Japan with a smile on his face. Top of the order coming up for Team USA.
He should have a smile. He's one of those young studs who is a strong candidate for the biggest eye-opener for international fans. This is a guy, 29% K rate, was second best behind Roki Sasaki, a guy who pitched yesterday, throwing 100, 102 miles an hour. This guy has a really good splitter, gets a lot of swings and misses.
On the fastball, big chopper to third. Going to be a tough play. The throw low and got him at first. I don't know. The intentional bounce and perfect to first base. Team USA is going to challenge.
It was bang, bang. Boy, Mookie really smelled that hit. Take a look here.
Wow.
I think he's safe. I think he's safe. Well, best look here. He is on the bag. Yeah, he's safe.
Safe.
Bang, bang.
Just barely.
Wow.
That was great all the way around. Okay, even with the microphone not functioning, we know what they're looking at, and it shouldn't take long.
I wouldn't think it would take that long. The crowd seeing this great view, the one that we just saw, and they know it's safe.
So they overturn the call with replay, and Mookie Betts just terrific hustle and speed. He was waiting. He wanted a call.
He knew.
And now Mike Trout comes up. Great effort by Murakami.
But Takahashi is 98 to 100. Good split. Oh man, I can't wait to see this at bat transpire.
Against the youngest pitcher for Japan. He's only 20 years old.
Big lead by Mookie.
Takahashi throws, and a fastball just a little bit high. There's the 1-0. Just outside again. Two close pitches, two good takes.
See that pitch, the right call, down and away. Mike likes to take his chances here, 2-0. Takahashi has got to trust that 97.
That's again good sized lead over at first base. 2-0, and he didn't throw the fastball.
He threw that split. A lot of swings and misses with that split. That's his best pitch. That's his go-to pitch, even though he throws 97, 98 miles an hour. My goodness. The quality of pitching we're seeing here.
Yeah, this guy, 20 years old, he is an eye-opener. Trout still ahead, though, 2-1. Pitch on the way, foul to the backstop. So he followed the split with 97.
And that's what the split does to you right there. Throws it 2-0, get you swinging, get you biting on it. Now I can throw my 98. Now anything goes. I would think if you're Mike, you got to start with the fastball. You have to adjust. Got to look up in the zone.
Here's the 2-2, and that one comes way inside.
We see Mike with 2 strikes. He likes to go the other way. What does Japan do? Let's tie him up. Let's move his feet.
He definitely moved. Had to.
Tough pitch right here because anything goes. This is not just a fastball count. His best pitch is a splitter.
You would think pretty decent chance Mookie Betts might be going 3-2. He does not, and the ball is pulled foul.
It was that splitter. The more the at-bat goes, the more advantage it leads to Mike Trout. Now he's seen that splitter 3 or 4 times. He's seen that fastball at 97, 98. He's too good of a hitter not to make an adjustment and, you know, pick up his pinpoint on Takahashi. He looks dangerous.
He does. Another 3-2. The pitch. Swung on it, missed. He got him with that nasty splitter.
That was nasty. Doesn't necessarily have to be a strike, but it's the action. The action of the fastball that leads to that splitter and leads to that swing.
Wow, that is a 20-year-old in a championship game against the best hitter in the world.
He's been the biggest eye-opener in this tournament.
But it's not over for him yet. He's got to get through at least 1 more, maybe 2, maybe more. Paul Goldschmidt outside with the fastball. Goldschmidt 0 for 2. He's had a lot of good at-bats in the World Baseball Classic. And Nolan Arenado, the returning players from that championship team 6 years ago. 1-0. Swings through the fastball, dropped by Nakamura, but Mookie Betts staying put.
His stuff is so explosive. I mean, we've seen some of the best hitters have very awkward swings. And Mike Trout and now Goldschmidt. And it tells you the fastball, how explosive it is.
One, long pause, maybe to help freeze the runner. Goldschmidt took a big swing, fouled it back.
I would think of Mookie at some point here, he's going to test it. He's got to test the waters at some point. I'm sure he's got the green light. They're talking about how fast he is to home plate. A little bit unsure right now. You got to pick the right pitches. Good split count right here.
Takahashi 1-2. He threw the split, he bounced it, and was blocked. Mookie Betts stays over at first.
We see that split there. Boy, Nakamura, so good.
That was a good block. Think about the running game. You're down, and you have power at the plate. Just, you don't want to make an out on the bases. Strikeout stuff for Takahashi. He already struck out Mike Trout. Now trying to get Goldschmidt. The 2-2. Strike 3 call. Fastball frozen.
Well, it tells you how nasty his splitter is. You rarely see Goldschmidt getting frozen like that on a fastball, especially with 2 strikes. It just tells you it is explosive. Everything he's got with 2 pitches. Very impressive.
So now 2 down, and Nolan Arenado, who walked his last time up.
Nolan likes to swing first pitch here. He gets a good pitch. He's looking to pull. He's looking to slug.
First pitch. A ball.
Good take right there.
So far, this has been really impressive. The youngest player for Japan, one of the youngest players in the entire World Baseball Classic. On the mound against the heart of the order for Team USA. Here's his 1-0. Just outside with a fastball, 2-0.
I'm just so amazed by their delivery and how they can throw so hard and kind of pause their follow through on one leg. It's amazing to watch. Just a 20-year-old right now, 97, 98 with a vicious splitter, make some of the best hitters in the world look like they've looked in this inning.
And he's a starter in Japan. He's got the stuff of a closer. Here's his 2-0. That one is lined into left field. That's a base hit for Nolan Arenado. One hop to Yoshida. Betts will stop at second.
Well, Nolan's been watching the at-bat transpire throughout these innings. Through a 2-0 split to Mike Trout, 2-0 split to Nolan. Nolan was ready for it. Talked about the head down. Look at this. Moment of contact, head down completely, staying through the baseball. He's just so consistent.
That is the classic Nolan Arenado swing. So now Schwarber, who's 0 for 1, pitched him very carefully last time, walked him. That was Togo. Now Takahashi.
On the previous bat, he missed a couple fastballs that he wanted back. They baited him with some splitters, but this is a totally different animal in Takahashi.
Great chance for Schwarber, though. 2 on, 2 out. He takes a little bit high, ball 1.
That's where they've gone. They've gone up the ladder with him and soft down and away. A lot of times in hitters counts, they've gone soft. Even counts, more fastballs up in the zone, and he's lurking. And Ohtani
trying to stay loose. It's been a grind of a half inning.
Oh, that's in.
Off the inside, 2-0. Some good takes from the USA hitters in this inning, because these pitchers these are not big misses. Team USA looking for a big hit, and who knows, maybe a big fly.
He'll take a shot here.
Here's the 2-0 in the dirt and through the splitter, and it's 3-0. Well, again, same situation here. You got Trey Turner, the hottest hitter on the planet right now, waiting on deck. If Schwarber walks, then Turner would come up with the bases loaded.
He's the guy here, though, with 2 outs. you know, I know you got Turner behind, but it's a fastball count for 95% of the time.
We'll see if it is here. 3-0. Takahashi. Schwarber swings 3-0, and it's a fly ball center field. In the ballpark. Nootbaar for out number 3. He took a chance there and just missed it. What a great job by the 20-year-old Takahashi. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of World Baseball Classic Inc. and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. Look who is headed to the bullpen for Team Japan. So we'll see. It's not a guarantee that we'll see him in the game, but that gives you a pretty good indication that with a 3-1 lead, Japan is preparing for the late innings with one of the best pitchers in the world. Top of the order here in the bottom of the 5th. Japan already leads 3-1. They've hit 2 home runs in this game tonight. And Lars Nootbaar, that last at bat was one where he found a way to get another run home against a left-handed reliever. Put the ball in play in a 2-strike count. At that point, it made it 2-1.
Yeah, Luke got the ground ball. It's just when you're throwing those sinker ballers, more than not on left-handers, you're going to get the soft contact.
And Nootbaar hit that one hard, but a pop-up into right field. Mookie Betts, 1 away. And this was interesting. 3-0 count, 2 on. Trey Turner on deck. They gave the green light to Kyle Schwarber.
Now, I don't really have a problem with it. I think early on, especially in the 5th inning, this is a momentum changer of the game, where if you do get him to 3-0, this is more than not a 95–98% chance of getting a fastball. He did get the fastball. You just got to live with the results. He went right to it. There's not much to really talk about. He was just a little tardy on the fastball.
He's refresh. He wants to see that pitch that he missed, because I mean, I think the point you make is an important one. You really got to trust your guy 3-0 with as hot as Trey Turner has been. But you trust him to swing at the right pitch 3-0, and he did.
I mean, look, we've seen him in the past. This guy, at any given moment, right? He'll change the game. And you know, in this part of the game, in the 5th inning, it's just a momentum swing that Mark DeRosa is looking for. And you had the right guy. I mean, sure, would you like to get Turner with bases loaded? But it's a totally different animal of the what ifs, the could have, should have, would have. I don't mind the move.
And even just, you got a guy who led the league in home runs getting a fastball right down the middle against a tough right-handed pitcher.
Yep.
There's a strike to Kondo, and like I think you put it, you got to live with the result.
Got to live with it. I would think if it's a 7th or 8th inning, it's a little different. But right now, why not?
3-1 pitch. Kondo takes ball 4, so that's a 1-out walk with Ohtani coming up. Well, your point at the start of the telecast yonder was that Japan's got a lot of great hitters. We've seen them in this tournament, but you just have a hard time thinking you're going to let this guy beat you in a championship game.
Well, in the prior at bat, Freeland really was on the slider, the cutter, not too many fastballs.
Ohtani chased one.
That's the first fastball he's seen from Freeland. Boy, it was up and in, riding at you. He's not picking up Freeland well at all. And that's like, you rarely see Shohei with those types of swings.
Yeah, that might free Freeland up a little bit to go after him. Snaps a throw to first. Kondo has got to be careful. Freeland's got the good pickoff move.
That's been the go-to. Left on left. They've been going in. JT's been calling the fastballs inside on a lot of the left-handers.
The 0-1 to Ohtani, a little bit high.
You got to be able to throw in and make sure it's in. It's a dangerous situation to play with. little soft here.
Good take by Ohtani. Seemed to see that pitch pretty well.
You know, the play could be fastballs back in, but you've highlighted Shohei. He can't beat you.
He wants that fastball again. 2-1 pitch. Ohtani got jammed, hits the ground ball. Anderson there to make the play and throw out Ohtani.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Freeland right there with JT Realmuto wanting the slider and Freeland saying, no, I trust my fastball, I trust my ride, my sink on it. I'm going to get this pitch in, and I'm going to jam Shohei right here to hopefully get a double play. He jammed him. That's a quality pitch right there. That's just a pitcher executing his game plan.
That was. And I think you're right to point out it takes a little guts. JT Realmuto is one of the great catchers in the world. And you shake him off to go with the pitch you want. That's what you're supposed to do. It's you're the pitcher. You're throwing the pitch. But
I love it. I mean, that's just, if it tells you anything about Freeland and who he is and the grit and desire he has to pitch for Team USA, it's right there in that at bat.
But now he's got to get through Yoshida, and he misses high and tight, ball 1. Because on that ground ball, Kondo moved to second. So runner in scoring position. Japan already ahead 3-1. Yoshida takes ball 2.
He's looked. He's seen everything. We talked about it yesterday, how it felt like every at bat he was 2-0. He was protecting the strike zone. He really does a good job of swinging at the right pitches. And once again, got to be very careful here with Yoshida.
Kyle Freeland, a check at second. Really a long look back there. Yoshida takes a strike.
Hey, there's really no break in this lineup for Japan. And all these guys do all the things well.
I think especially when you have that runner out there in scoring position.
That's when they go to work. They make it very hard on the pitcher.
(2-1). Yoshida foul. That one back out of play. They don't have the top to bottom power that the lineup for USA has. They have power. They've hit 2 home runs in this championship game.
Well, the question becomes for Mark DeRosa, if he gets out of this inning, do you bring him back up for the bottom of the 6th in Freeland? You got a very healthy bullpen right now and starting a clean inning. I would think he would go to it.
Here's the 2-2. Yoshida, topper, right back to the mound. Kyle Freeland has it, and he throws him out.
Clean inning. Perfection for Mr. Freeland, Denver's finest. What a great inning by him.
Moments ago, right in front of me, Shohei Ohtani walked from Team Japan's dugout to the bullpen. He is going to be able to prepare to potentially enter this game late, and it's an extraordinary scene. Dave and Yonder, you think back to when Team Japan won the World Baseball Classic in 2009. That was with Daisuke Matsuzaka as the starter and Yu Darvish closing it out. The possibility exists tonight, gentlemen, that we could see Ohtani on the mound against his Angels teammate, Mike Trout.
All right, JP, I mean, it's hard to imagine what that's going to feel like if he comes in the game. For now, Hiromi Ito will take over for Japan, the 4th pitcher of the night.
A team that's relying on speed and power stuff. This is a guy who's really not a hard thrower. He's got an eephus pitch, which he's quoted on wanting to use in the World Baseball Classic.
Well, you saw both Darvish and Ohtani out there. First pitch is low to Trey Turner.
Yeah, he relies a lot on off-speed pitches and deception, trying to fool these American hitters.
Turner has hit another home run tonight, his 5th of the tournament. Fastball, got the strike at the knees, 1-1. So he's got enough velocity. That one at 93 miles an hour, at least to plant the seed.
Yeah.
1-1. Turner off the end of the bat. to left field. Yoshida, one away.
Seen a lot of these American hitters really wanting to pull the baseball, wanting to do a little bit too much. And I think it's kind of, the later these innings go, the more you start wandering, right? The more you start counting those outs, the more these hitters start to press a little bit.
Well, this game's getting late for the United States. They're the visiting team. We're at the top of the 6th. If Japan plays it right, first pitch to Real Muto is a strike. Now, is it likely that they'll only have to go through those big hitters one more time? No, but it's possible.
It's possible. They certainly have the weapons in the bullpen to do so.
Real Muto 1 for 2 at the plate. Not close. 1-1. Team USA has 6 hits. Japan has 4 hits, but 2 home runs for Japan. This would be interesting to see what the plan is in terms of the timing of Shohei Ohtani. And the fact that he went down there now, another pitch dropped, but the call made by Lance Barksdale, it's 1-2. You got a different right-hander warming up in the pen, Taisei Ota. Ohtani did make an out in the last half inning. Second to last out. 1-2. So you just try to think along with the manager how it's just complicated. Ohtani has not pitched in relief since 2016 in any setting. So in terms of balancing his job as a hitter and also trying to find a way to get him ready to pitch, it's delicate.
Well, I would think they would want to give Ohtani a clean inning.
Yeah.
Right. You know, you got Darvish there as well. He's sitting. But I would think Ota will be a guy who's warming up in case if Ito gets in trouble.
That would be my guess too. And
but
maybe Shohei targeted for the 7th.
Oh, yes, the 7th. It just depends how much time he needs to warm up. I mean, you know, most starters take a little bit longer than bullpen guys.
On the ground to third and picked clean by Murakami. He throws him out.
So does he need 2 innings? Does he need an inning and a half to get ready? That's kind of the question mark. We don't really know.
Correct. And again, it's just speculation for us, but I'm only thinking that his manager sent him out there now. So it kind of makes you think that as opposed to saving him, say, for the 9th inning, which was some speculation coming in, maybe he's going to pitch a little earlier than that. We'll see. Cedric Mullins.
Oh, all I know is we got the next 3 innings that are going to be.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Oh my goodness.
World Baseball Classic championship game tonight. 1-1. Well, Ito, even though he does not have the power stuff, he's only 25 years old.
Very sharp.
Oh.
2-1. But he's definitely not. It's interesting he's in this game because he definitely was not circled as one of the pitchers most likely to pitch in the big time pressure spots. But here he is. 2-1. Foul ball. It's 2-2.
Oh, he's got the eephus pitch. Very, very gutsy if he wants to try it here, but he's been going with the slider. Oh, he's got a good fastball.
That would be something if he broke it out here, wouldn't it?
I don't think so.
The 2-2. I don't either. He struck him out.
Nasty.
Went with 94. And Hiromi Ito retires the side in order. Middle of the 6th. Still 3-1 Japan. Closing in on the end of what has been a tremendous showcase for the game of baseball around the world. Samurai Japan against Team USA. Championship game of this World Baseball Classic. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Japan has the 3-1 lead. And now Mark DeRosa is going to start to line up his true relievers. And he's going to start with the right-hander Jason Adam.
Yeah, Jason Adam. He's got a low 80 sliders, good changeup, and that mid-90s four-seamer. But this is a guy who really relies on his slider. Opponent last year were hitting .98 with it, and they only slugged 178. Adams is that guy who will get on top of you with his fastball, but finish you off with that breaking ball.
Got to be careful with this guy. The big power and a breaking ball to jump ahead 0-1 against Murakami.
And that's a good breaking ball right there. We see Murakami jump on first pitch heaters. Both times, both at bats he's had tonight.
A home run and has grounded into a double play. Big shift on for Murakami. Fastball off the outside. Trey Turner's the guy who's gone out really to play shallow right field. Here's the 1-1. And that one misses high. Ball 2. Well, no Ohtani. It's Yu Darvish alongside Taisei Ota. So that's interesting. That makes me think I was wrong about the way they're trying to plot out the last few innings. Maybe Ohtani just wanted to watch the game from a different spot.
Maybe.
Murakami fouls it out of play.
Or make Mark DeRosa think a little bit about using his bench.
Again, we don't know exactly how even Yu Darvish is allowed to be used.
I would think one thing.
Got it.
That's a good changeup right there. But if you're going to go with Darvish, Darvish needs more time than a half inning to get going for the 7th.
I think that would be fair to assume. Well, Kazuma Okamoto. We'll keep our eyes out there at Team Japan bullpen. Meanwhile, Okamoto, who has hit a home run in this championship game. He's 2 for 2. He scored 2 of the 3 runs, so he's having a big night. Takes the breaking ball for a strike. He's had a great career in Japan.
5 seasons with 30+ home runs. We know about the power.
The 0-1. Did he go? No.
So simple his load. So simple his stance. Being very compact. Look at the numbers there. The Yomiuri Giants.
The 1-1. That one is hit down the right field line. It's going to slice though and make it back into the seats.
Very compact to the baseball.
Every hitter gets his own song.
And chant.
And chant. Tune, chant. See if they can inspire Okamoto. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out with the breaking ball.
That's a good slider right there. And he got Murakami with the changeup. Now Okamoto with the slider. Shows you the ability of Adams and his pitches. Those really quality pitches right there. Oh, that's just unhittable for Okamoto. Down and away. Starts with a fastball though. Finished him off with a slider.
So 2 outs. Jason Adams come into this game, looks great. Tetsuto Yamada, veteran player. Fastball high, ball 1.
There's something about his leg kick though, man. He picks it up and then just glides it around home plate.
There goes the leg. Makes a slider, strike one.
I've been very surprised by Japanese fans. I mean, we see the Budweiser deck over there. It's filled completely. They've shown up.
There's the 1-1. Missed with the breaking ball outside. So Yamada ahead of the count, 2-1. The power for Japan mostly not here in the bottom part of the order.
Yeah, I would think he'll challenge him here with the fastball.
I would think so. Jason Adam. His 2-1 pitch. He didn't. He threw the breaking ball and fooled him.
It tells you how reliable he feels about that pitch with the slider. Where opponents were hitting in the low 200s. Slugging just 178 off of it.
Jason Adam ready. And the 2-2 pitch. Down and away with the slider again. Well, I mean, I agree with you. The principle is sort of the same, but he trusts that breaking ball big time. Whatever it is, he needs to throw a strike. Full count, 3-2. Here's the pitch. It's ball 4. He walked him.
We've seen over and over in this tournament, 2-out walks really haunt you. But that's his go-to pitch, is his slider. Really, opponents haven't done much with it.
I mean, you can see why he loves it. Just a dominant pitch. So there's a reason why he throws it a lot. But Yamada's got enough speed to where, especially on this fast turf here in Miami, if Genda slashes one down the line, could get one in the gap, that 2-out walk could turn into an extra run. Sosuke Genda, the shortstop and 8th place hitter. 1 for 2 tonight. The runner goes. Pitch taken very high. Real Muto's throw. Slide. Safe at second.
Well, Yamada stole that off Adams. That was not JT Realmuto right there. Very slow to the plate with that high leg kick. Way too much speed in Yamada. JT just couldn't do anything with that. I really love the feet first slides. Good hard tag, but just too much speed right there.
So that's big. That walk essentially turns into a 2-out extra base hit.
That's why 2-out walks are dangerous, especially with a guy like him. A lot of speed.
So now Genda a chance to just flip a base hit anywhere and add to the lead.
This is when he'll make you work right here in Genda.
Want to know the count? Adam looking back to second. Now throws. Slider misses high.
The one thing about Genda is they've been going hard on him. We understand he's got the broken pinky, so hard is the play. Problem is with Genda, he's understanding that as he's hit some balls to the left side of the field. Big hole out there in left field.
The 2-0 pitch. Genda tops it foul.
That's a good changeup. Very good changeup right there.
Real pressure pitches now for Adam. Because I'm sure Team USA, all the power on their offensive side, they're feeling like they can't fall another run behind. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Way outside.
Well, the thing is that with Adams, the soft stuff, that's a contact pitch. So if you're Genda, you're sitting soft here. He's been throwing it.
Here's the 3-1. That is ball 4. So back-to-back walks, and that was an easy take. 2 on for Japan with 2 outs.
I wouldn't mind a mound visit right here. Kind of slow everything down.
Well, Ohtani, now you get the bottom part of the order, so Ohtani's been sitting out in the bullpen the last inning, but it's at least possible that his spot's going to come up here in the 6th if this rally continues. So also back in, Shohei.
Little League Baseball.
In a championship setting. 2 on, 2 out. No visit to the mound from Andy Pettitte, the pitching coach. Now a breaking ball that goes over the head of Nakamura for ball 1. Jason Adam right now having a hard time with his command. Nakamura has already walked in this game. You got the leadoff hitter on deck. The 1-0 pitch. Got the call there.
Well, that's a much better slider right there. Now Darvish, to his favor, they've taken a longer time in this inning.
Yeah, he's had a lot of time. Now it's hard for us to know, we're not down there, but he's had a lot of time to get ready. The 1-1 pitch, way outside, ball 2. Adams struck out Murakami, struck out Okamoto, the big power hitters, and now 7, 8, 9 hitters. 2 straight walks and a 2-1 count to the catcher Nakamura. Got to find the strike zone. Here's his 2-1 pitch. That is inside, ball 3. Wow.
He's just all over the place. He's lost it. He's lost command of his fastball. He's lost command of his slider, his go-to pitch. I just think at this point you go with what you know best.
He's shaking as Real Muto goes through the signs. He wants to go through them again.
Yeah. He's lived and died his whole career with his slider. I would think the slider is what's coming.
Excellent speed on the bases for Japan. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom 6, a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. It is not even close to the backstop, ball 4. So with 2 outs and nobody on, Jason Adam has walked the bases loaded. And Team USA's bullpen this whole time has been quiet.
This is his inning.
Yeah, they don't have that pitch, not even close, and you say that's his comfort pitch, that's his bread and butter.
Yeah, it's just not even close.
I mean, one issue for Mark DeRosa and Team USA is there are not a lot of pitchers that have the green light to come in an existing inning. Almost everybody has that restriction where, okay, you can use him, but you got to start an inning. Kendall Graveman is one of those who can come into a game in the middle of an inning, but he's just starting to get loose. And meanwhile, Jason Adam cannot be a good feeling. Maybe Andy Pettitte can spot something and help him.
Well, we know one thing. Every time Andy Pettitte has gone to talk to his guys, they've delivered. They need him the most right now in Adams. This game has got to stay 3-1 if USA is going to have a chance.
Lars Nootbaar 0 for 3, but with a run batted in. Bases loaded, 2 down. Against Adam. And he finds the strike zone with that first pitch.
That's a really good changeup right there, boy. That just, it kind of takes everybody's breath. Okay, now we can relax.
Lars Nootbaar, the first player born outside Japan to play for Team Japan in the World Baseball Classic. In a huge moment, the 0-1. That one is up high. Same pitch, different result, 1-1. And one thing that Lars Nootbaar is known for in the big leagues is patience. He typically makes you find the strike zone. Those are the runners. A walk forces in a run. Here's the 1-1. That is a strike. He got the breaking ball in there, 1-2.
That's a good fastball. That's a good slider right there. He's gone back-to-back changeup with the slider. Live and die soft.
Huge moment in the game. The 1-2. Nootbaar pulls it foul.
He went back to that changeup. I would like something soft once again. You really got to trust JT Realmuto in this at this point. Really got to believe in him. This pitch got to be down.
Again. With the bases full, another 1-2 pitch. Way outside with a fastball. Just not, these are huge misses, so many of these.
Yeah, that's just a ball out of the hand right there. For Nootbaar, that's just a, okay, I'll take that for a ball.
Now look at that. He's thrown 30 pitches already, only 13 strikes. Now it's 2-2. Here it comes. Nootbaar, fly ball, right field. Mookie Betts is there. It was not easy, but somehow, some way, Jason Adam got through it. Japan leaves the bases loaded.
Shohei Ohtani is the most interesting man in the baseball world, especially on this night. All eyes in the ballpark are on him. He was in the bullpen. He came back to the dugout just in case his turn at bat came up. It did not. Then he jogged back to the bullpen as well. So we will keep our eyes on him, Dave and Yonder, very carefully. Meanwhile, it is Taisei Ota on the mound for Samurai Japan.
And thank you, JP. I mean, his spot is due up in the bottom half of this 7th inning, second.
It's lining up where he's going to close it out in the 9th. They want him for the 9th. But in the meantime, we got Ota. This is a guy who was League Rookie of the Year. He averages 95 miles an hour on his heater. He's also got that nasty split, which most of the Japanese bullpen guys have. He's been just tremendous. He can throw that splitter whenever he wants. Usually lives on the top of the zone with his fastball. He needs a big inning here.
He pitched the scoreless 9th to set up the walk-off win last night. Jeff McNeil going to pinch hit for Tim Anderson here and try to spark a rally in the 7th. McNeil takes outside from Ota, ball 1.
What a great weapon to have out of your bench.
He's a batting champion. Mark DeRosa feels bad he just hasn't been able to use him that much. They've seen a ton of left-handed pitching. That was close, but call the ball.
Or Lance has been tight all game.
Yep, it's a small strike zone. But a walk would be a huge play.
Bought himself a fastball here.
You would think so. Top of the order up next. And he gets a fastball, but not close. 3-0.
7th inning is usually where you win or lose a game.
Well, and we saw the green light with Schwarber up with 2 on. There will not be he'll be taken here. Down 2. That's ball 4. Man, 4-pitch walk. Jeff McNeil. As we speak, the World Baseball Classic Championship trophy is being engraved. What team name will go on the front there? Definitely hanging in the balance, and that was a good start for Team USA here in the 7th.
One thing we know, though, with both of these teams, they have not hit with runners in scoring position. USA 0 for 5, 7 left. Japan 0 for 4 with 7 left. Somebody's got to come through.
Mookie Betts takes strike 1. So Ota got the call that time.
Dave, this is the inning we call the bridge gap. You got to bridge this inning. Very important inning for both teams.
The 0-1. Mookie swings and misses.
That's a good split. That's the split he relies on when he gets on top of the hitters. Now that split, he's got 2 ways to throw it. One that goes just straight down and one that really rides into the right-handed hitter's back leg.
So he's ahead of Mookie Betts 0-2. Runner at first, nobody out. And very high with a fastball.
That's just to move eyes. That's what I like to call the setup pitch for the next pitch.
See if he set up that splitter. 1-2. He throws. Betts line drive, base hit. Just hit it too hard, past the reach of Genda. And Team USA has 2 on, nobody out, with Mike Trout coming up.
When we talk about that setup pitch on the fastball up in the zone, Mookie Betts has seen that way too many times. Setting him up for that splitter. Well, guess what? Mookie was absolutely ready for it. What a rocket to left field. Here we go. Runners in scoring position on your bridge inning. These are the innings where you win them and lose them, and you have the best hitter in the planet, Mike Trout.
Started off his night with a double. Since then, he has struck out twice. What a chance here. Speed on the bases, nobody out. The pitch. Inside and
hit him.
I think it hit the bat.
Oh, what a break for Japan.
Big time. I was with you. I thought it hit him, but I think it glanced off the bat.
And that hit the knob.
It did.
What a break.
And Mike Trout might be thinking, I want to hit. I don't want to go to first base.
America's captain. Can he come through?
Ota's been all over the place here. The 0-1. Trout. Line drive right field. Kondo leaps forward to make the catch. That one almost fooled him. Maybe the lights, maybe the spin on the ball. A huge first out to get through Trout.
You want to talk about hops in the air? The hops are the lights, and I think he was playing the lights the whole time. Didn't see it really well off the bat, but had to wait to get in the right angles for that ball to be away from the lights. Good play. Still not out of it, though.
Absolutely not.
Now USA 0 for 6. With runners in scoring position.
Paul Goldschmidt comes up here. He's 0 for 3. 2 on. Now 1 out. Goldschmidt over top the splitter.
That splitter.
That is a tough first pitch. Maybe starting to picture. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Got him to chase.
All day he's seen a steady diet of splitters.
Still haven't had a hit with a runner in scoring position on either side. We've had 3 home runs in this game. A home run here would put Team USA back ahead. Down 3-1. The 0-2 is on the ground to short. Genda flips to second one. Throw to first. Got him, double play. Ota, 2 on, nobody out, and he gets through Trout and Goldschmidt. Shohei, 1, 2, 3 warm-up pitches. Okay. Now I got to go back in the dugout because I'm on deck to start the bottom of the 7th inning as a hitter. Amazing. And the new pitcher, David Bednar, for Team USA. The American team had a great opportunity in the top of the 7th, and the big time pitching got through it. So it's still 3-1. 4th appearance of this tournament for Bednar. The Pirates closer in the big leagues challenged him with a fastball there. Jeff McNeil stays in the game after pinch hitting. He's at second base.
Bednar, he needs a 0 here. I mean, he's in the heart of this lineup right now, but no better guy to do it than Bednar. He's been outstanding.
Slashed foul. It's 1-2.
Just 2 hits in this World Baseball Classic allowed. You know one thing, Darvish has been warming up for a couple of innings now. I think he's ready to come in to the 8th.
The fact that he has continued to throw would make me think that that's true. Kensuke Kondo, 1-2 pitch. He fouls it off to the left.
That's a good fastball at 97 miles an hour right there. Once again, we can look at the prior inning, the top of the 7th. You had the heart of the lineup there for USA and just couldn't pull through.
They have just missed the big hit tonight. They've had chances.
8 of them.
1-2. A little pop-up. Arenado all alone on the left side. No problem for him. 1 away. So now Ohtani will hit after running some wind sprints back and forth from the dugout to the bullpen. There's just truly no comparison. There's no player like Shohei Ohtani in the game. And on a night where he may do both, hit and come out of the bullpen, not just as a starter, it's a little complicated. Ohtani takes ball 1.
Fastballs inside has been the go-to against Shohei Ohtani.
Bednar throws, misses with a breaking ball. 2-0.
That's just wanting to overthrow that breaking ball right there. That's all that is. Just gotta rely, gotta trust it, trust the timing of it. I wouldn't be surprised if a fastball comes here.
Fastball, foul back.
Oh, I love this. Probably the best fastball he's seen all night in Ohtani. Trying to go the other way with it. Just a tick underneath it.
Big shift on for Ohtani. If he wants a bunt hit, it's available. 2-1. He drives that one foul off to the left. Another fastball.
Got him late. Got him late on that fastball. This is great. Cat and mouse game. So much fun.
And again, the pressure to keep this a 2-run game. The United States is running out of outs. You make one mistake to this guy, and it can be 4-1. Bednar's 2-2. That is off the outside.
I would think if you score one more run, if you're Japan, you may not see Ohtani close it out.
Full count now. The 3-2. Ohtani hits it hard and a diving stab from his knees. The throw not in time. Ohtani. Big, strong, and he's too fast. Trey Turner, great effort. They're going to challenge.
It was bang, bang. What a great play by Turner right there. The one hop look at Goldschmidt. Let's see.
Whoa. Oh. That's as close as it gets. When does the ball first make contact with the glove?
I think
right there.
That's just too close.
That is as close as it could possibly be.
I played against Ohtani, and I know he can hit, and I know he can pitch, but when people ask me what I think about Ohtani, I think the coolest thing is the way he runs. It's a quiet, stealth speed. You don't hear him, and a lot of times, first basemen, they get to hear the runner, and you'll know when to kind of get out there and stretch. But with Ohtani, you don't hear it. I bet if Goldschmidt kind of takes a little bit of a better approach to that ball, get out there, he might be out. But you just don't hear Ohtani coming in.
I think because the ball has to beat the runner there, I think he was safe.
I think he's safe too.
So he hit the ball 114 miles an hour. He ran to first 30 feet per second, which is elite StatCast sprint speed. And we might see him take the mound later in the game and throw 100 miles an hour. That was a great effort by Trey Turner, even just to stab the ball and field it cleanly as hard as he hit it.
Man, what a player.
They're taking a close look. Let's see. Even without the microphone, the call safe. The play stands. It's the bottom of the 7th inning, and really no risk, or very little risk, in asking for a challenge there, using a challenge. That was just big time baseball there all the way around.
Sure was.
And now one out base runner for Masataka Yoshida. Relatively quiet game for him, considering how well he's been swinging the bat. And it's not out of the question that Ohtani could try to steal a bag. Very high with the fastball. Walks have been a problem for Team USA's pitching.
They have been. I just think if you're Ohtani, you're staying put right now at first base. Give that hole to Yoshida.
High fastball.
He took a chance right there. 1-1 on the count now, but that was a fastball count. 1-0. Wanted to see it up. He got it up. He went at it. That swing was not a hit and run type of swing.
No. No, it was not. Here's the 1-1. All back. That again was a big healthy cut, and Yoshida's talking to himself.
Yeah, but that's why you throw those fastballs, to avoid the rollovers to first base. There's a big hole at first base. If there's a rollover, Ohtani's going to third. Now you got first and third with one out. That's troubles. You got to stay hard with him. If you throw him the breaking balls, they got to be off the plate and away.
They are overloaded on that side, but still. 1-2. Bednar pitches. Different kind of swing, different pitch type. Stay on alive. It's 1-2.
Little changeup right there. You know one thing, Yoshida has been really good at swinging at the right pitches. But in a moment like this, stressful situation, the bridge inning, I like to call. A lot of hitters understand that they can get aggressive.
That is, well, I mean, it was real close. Another pitch that was dropped by Real Muto.
That just caught JT right there.
Yeah. It
caught him late. He was setting up as Bednar was getting ready to throw. He was just a little late getting set.
Possible it cost strike 3. 2-2. That one is hit on the ground to Arenado. He'll flip to Turner. The throw to first in plenty of time. Double play. So the hit for Ohtani, but Bednar gets the ground ball. We'll go to the 8th. 3-1 Japan.
Samurai Japan, 6 outs from the title. Standing at the plate right now, Nolan Arenado, who in his career has a .400 batting average, 8 for 20 against the man on the mound, Yu Darvish, what a journey he has had. He was on the mound when Samurai Japan last won the World Baseball Classic in 2009. That was still a couple years before he arrived and made his debut with the Texas Rangers. Dave and Yonder, this is one of the moments we've been waiting for.
Indeed it is, and it was only a year after that World Baseball Classic championship that Darvish was a part of that he pitched out of the bullpen for the final. He has not pitched in relief since he was pitching in Japan in 2010. It's been a while.
Well, he's up for the task. I guarantee you that. You know, you talk about Shohei Ohtani being kind of that legend for Team Japan. Well, Yu Darvish is right there with him. They admire him. They love him. He is one of those guys that they look up to.
He is also a guy that these United States hitters have seen plenty of. There is a little more familiarity, a little more, but there's also a lot of big time stuff. Look who's back in the bullpen and climbing back on top of the mound. First pitch from Darvish wasn't particularly close. Ball one.
And the knock on Darvish is just that. Likes to nibble a lot. You see the games there and the starts for both leagues in Japan and Major League Baseball.
Never pitched in relief since coming to the big leagues. Arenado to center field. Nootbaar is there. One away. And frustration for Nolan Arenado. One out here in the 8th inning.
And one thing we know about Darvish too is he's going to nibble. He's just not going to give you what you want. Counts that you want him, he won't give it to you. He'll go slider, he'll go fastball. He won't just say, all right, let me see what you got here, and he'll just throw you a heater right down the middle. He's always going to be nibbling.
So now Kyle Schwarber 0 for 2, strike one. Schwarber.
Yeah, a lot of backwards pitching. Where you think you have a fastball, you won't get it. Where you think you're going to get breaking ball, you'll get the fastball.
Throws. This is outside. One of the moments of this game was the last time that Kyle Schwarber was up. 2 on, 2 out, a 3-0 count. He got the green light. And he flied out.
One thing we know though, he's slugged up Darvish in the past. 2 homers off of him.
Team USA running out of outs in this championship game. Here's Darvish's 2-1. Schwarber fouls the breaking ball back. And a good example there of what you're talking about.
Nibble, nibble, and nibble some more. I've always felt Darvish was always 2 steps ahead. Setting you up, he'll throw your first pitch to set you up for the 3rd or the 4th one.
Now it's 2-2 to Kyle Schwarber. Here it comes. Schwarber blasts one foul. My goodness.
That's what I wanted to see with the 3-0 green light.
Yeah.
It's either out in front or not swing at all. Easier said than done, obviously, but just the Yonderisms.
2-2. Darvish throws. Schwarber pulls that one foul on the ground this time.
One thing I've noticed from the past by facing Darvish is the longer you go into the bat, the more comfortable you get with the spin.
And we'll see if the idea for Kuriyama is if Darvish is rolling, just go with him all the way through the end of the game. We'll see.
That guy lurking.
That guy is definitely lurking. 2-2. Schwarber hanging in there. Another foul ball.
I think when you look at this game and what has transpired, just really good pitching overall. Really good defense.
He's got a lot of weapons. But this will be the 8th pitch that Kyle Schwarber has seen. Darvish throws. Schwarber lines it down the right field line, but again, just a little too quick.
Yeah, but you're seeing the swings. They're getting better and better and better. He's just got to simplify everything. Get a good pitch to hit up in the zone like he's doing right now. You see that fastball, a little sneak attack right there by Darvish, but Schwarber was absolutely ready for it. The approach is up. The window is up for Schwarber. And Darvish is down.
Now the 9th pitch of the at-bat. And a curveball. That one is blasted foul.
He's got him set up for a splitter here. That's the pitch to go to if you're Darvish. If you're Schwarber, though, you got to think up. Continue to think up and really trust your eyes and hands.
Last 6 of those 9 pitches, all foul balls.
Who can execute? That's it.
Tenth pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. Schwarber drives it to deep right field. It is gone into the second deck. It's a 1-run game. What an at-bat.
Hey, the longer the at-bat, the more hope for Team USA. Schwarber cuts the lead. What a swing, what an at-bat. He got the splitter, he was set up for the splitter. The splitter was up, and Schwarber did not miss it. What an at-bat, what a swing, what a change of possibly momentum.
10-pitch at-bat, 430 plus feet, 1-run game. Now Trey Turner. He takes a strike. Wow, that just lit this ballpark up. Totally has changed the feel of this game. One swing. The 0-1. And the dirt.
There's that split. The split was all about executing. Darvish did not, Schwarber did. What a big swing. And the salute. Team USA is alive. They needed a swing and they got it.
Now their home run leader, Trey Turner, fouls it back to the backstop. He had a fastball to hit there.
Think your manager's excited? You think Rocky's excited?
1-2. Turner pokes one right center field. That's going to be a hit. Trey Turner's got speed. He's going to slam on the brakes as Nootbaar got to the ball quickly. But one of the fastest players in this game is aboard as the tying run.
Oh, he's going to test them all right. You can definitely run on Darvish. At some point here, he's going. You see a little slurve right there that Darvish likes to throw. Look how he gets down this. Oh, man, that's beautiful. Beautiful. No leg kick, no two-step. He just widens it up and he says, it's my hands and my eyes against your best stuff. Bring it. Hand-eye coronation is better than your pitch.
Now the big-time pressure on the defense for Japan as Ohtani continues to get loose. Darvish.
I know Cedric Mullins is up next. At this point, the Rhodes has got to be talking into his dugout saying, okay, who am I going to get in a big spot? It's a good chance for a guy like Pete Alonso.
Yeah, we'll see. Mullins at the moment in the on-deck circle. First things first, JT Realmuto. Turner at first, not going on this pitch. Realmuto pops it up behind shortstop. It's Genda, and he will catch it. That's out number 2. That's a big out for Darvish in Japan. And it will be Cedric Mullins.
It will be Cedric Mullins. Well, he's been able to slow everything down in every at-bat. Off speed's in play here for Cedric Mullins.
You have Kyle Tucker available, but not 100%, and not available to play the field.
Turner's got to take a shot.
Let's see if he goes. First pitch, and that one is driven out to left center field. Nootbaar, though, has a read on it, and he'll make the catch. Realmuto and Mullins each gone on one pitch, but one swing of the bat has made this a one-run game. What an at-bat from Kyle Schwarber. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-2 Japan.
This is how the night began. Mike Trout with the Stars and Stripes. Shohei Ohtani carrying the Japanese flag. In our dreams, we thought that a matchup like this could be possible. Ohtani on the mound, his friend and Angels teammate in the batter's box. Well, Dave Fleming, Mike Trout is due up third in the top of the 9th, and Shohei Ohtani is expected to be on the mound.
All right, JP, I just don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but we have a chance for the true moment of this tournament that we were hoping to see.
Oh, man.
First things first, Devin Williams got to keep this a one-run game. And that's not easy against this hitter. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Murakami, Okamoto, Yamada. Those are the 3.
Power for Japan here. The power of Schwarber has made it a one-run game. The one-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. That changeup is so good.
As Murakami's got the good swing and the power, Devin Williams got the changeup and the good turn on it. That is just nasty. He can tell you it's coming and you still won't hit it.
0-2. Man, he just absolutely abused him.
Well, we know these Japanese pitchers have really good split. Devin Williams got the best changeup in the game. It is not fair because he's got 97, 98 in the tank as well. You have to respect them both.
Now that's the Triple Crown winner for Japan, who blasted a 430-foot home run earlier in this game, and Devin Williams made it look bad. So now Okamoto, who was also homered tonight for Japan, he takes ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Good take there. 2-0. Well, Ohtani was warming up. Now he's just pacing. He hasn't pitched in relief since 2016.
I think it would just be if Darvish is in trouble.
We'll see. 2-0.
He would be throwing by now.
He had been throwing, but I think you're right. We'll see. To the first baseman, Okamoto. He pulls that one foul. It's 2-2. Japan is 3 outs away from a World Baseball Classic championship. It would be their 3rd. They would be the 2nd team to run undefeated through a tournament. Dominican Republic did it back in 2013. 2-2 is low.
One thing with Darvish, though, he usually likes to sit in the back end of the dugout. He's top stepping right now, like, you know, kind of looking at his film, looking at what's going on. A lot of ifs.
The 3-2 struck him out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
That's a good changeup right there. He even throws it to the righties. They haven't seen anything like it. It is nasty.
Wow. Tetsuto Yamada. 1-0 from Williams. Here's the 1-0.
Makes Williams so effective is that changeup, as we know, but even that fastball at 91, 92 miles an hour, it just looks like 96. The hitter is respecting the changeup so much, and that change of speed just makes the fastball look so much faster.
Williams throws a strike.
That's why you see those takes even in hitters counts, because he can throw that changeup whenever he wants. More than not, a regular outing, I would tell you, okay, 2-1 right here. A lot of changeup counts for him. But will he stick with a heater?
Here's his 2-1. He does throw the fastball. Perfectly located 2-2.
He's just sitting on the changeup. Big mistake. The changeup is his best pitch.
Devin Williams with the 2-2. And Yamada takes a ball. The changeup off the inside.
I wouldn't mess around here. I would just throw his best pitch, action pitch. Needs to be a strike. No fooling around.
The 3-2. Fouled away. Let's go down to JP.
One thing to remember, Dave, with the history here, Hideki Kuriyama, the manager of Team Japan, was Ohtani's first manager with the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters, and it was Kuriyama who encouraged Ohtani to be a two-way player. This would be the ultimate moment.
A lot of trust between those two, player and manager. Another 3-2. Here it is. That is ball 4. Yamada draws the walk.
The 8th walk of the night for Japan.
I mean, in a way, Team USA has gotten away with that. That's a lot of walks.
A lot of walks. It just tells you the stuff that USA has in the bullpen, right? Even with the mistakes of the walks, they've been able to get out of it. To their credit, a lot of the walks have been to Yamada, Genda, and Nakamura. 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Genda has a hit and a walk. The great defensive shortstop. Last time Yamada was aboard, he immediately stole a bag. He runs. No, he started and stopped. And Genda takes a strike. He must have either stumbled a little bit or thought he didn't get a good enough jump, because he was going.
Oh, that was just a fake push right there.
Let's see if we get the real deal here. He runs. Pitch taken low. The throw. The tag. Not in time. And Team USA checking in the video room.
You want to talk about sweet hands for Turner? Look at him pick this ball right here. Wow. Wow. And that close to being out.
No review. Really good slide.
Back side of the bag. That's where you want to slide. But it could have easily been a runner on third. Turner was able to trust his hands right there.
Great throw. JT Realmuto's got the fastest exchange and release probably in the world.
He did everything possible, especially with a changeup call right there. Oh, I tell you, Japan plays so clean. They do everything right. The little things, from even sliding.
We'll make the same point we did in the 6th. Now you're a base hit away from an enormous extra run. With Team USA down to their final 3 outs. 2 down in the 8th. Here's the 1-1. Genda swings over top the changeup. In the dirt. He threw another changeup.
Good block there by JT. Staying real soft with it. One leg down. It's just a field block right there. A lot of times you get really hard coming down on the block. He just trusted his instincts on it. Staying very soft with it. 2-2 though, action pitch right here. He's got to get a swing.
Runner at second with 2 down. Here is the 2-2. Genda on the ground to third. Arenado has it, throws to first, and just in time to get him. And that was very close. Japan, I think, wants to take a look to make sure. Team USA leaving the field. Mike Trout due up third in the 9th inning. Arenado, did he get him? Yeah, he got him. So here we go. Japan 3 outs away from a championship, and look who's coming in to pitch. We're going to get Ohtani versus Trout in the 9th inning of this title game. The dream as the 2 greatest players in the world led their teams onto the field for this World Baseball Classic Championship game was, could we get the 2 big league teammates not just head-to-head in terms of their teams, but head-to-head, Ohtani on the mound, Trout at the plate with a title on the line? Could we ask for that? And guess what? We're going to get it in a 1-run game. Shohei Ohtani, who has pitched brilliantly in this World Baseball Classic.
He's been absolutely fantastic. 8 2/3, 5 hits. But overall, it's been incredible.
So Nootbaar takes over in left field for Yoshida, moves over to left, and Makihara is now in center field. Japan is 3 outs away from winning this World Baseball Classic. Trout will bat third, and it's not like it's only Mike Trout here in the inning against Ohtani. You got Jeff McNeil and Mookie Betts before Trout comes up. And you just can't ask for anything more than this. It has been an amazing tournament of one great game after another, with the greatest players in the world going head to head.
Here we go.
Now Jeff McNeil, who walked in his first plate appearance tonight, in some ways kind of the perfect guy to have leading off in a 1-run game.
Absolutely. I would want McNeil here taking 1 pitch. Make Ohtani show you a strike.
Ohtani doing something he hasn't done in a long time. His first pitch is ripped foul. There was no taking. He had a pretty good swing.
Pretty good swing right there on a good slider.
Oh, 1. Fastball at 101 miles an hour, but it missed.
It's just so unbelievable to watch a guy with this magnitude, all the stuff he can do. You hit a ball 500 feet, you can throw 100 miles an hour.
Nobody like him. McNeil takes a little bit high. Ball 2.
You see that four-seamer just riding. Boy, is the perfect guy up to the plate right now. They need a runner. He's their guy. By himself another fastball count, I would think.
Chokes up on the bat. 2-1. Backdoor misses. 3-1.
What an at-bat.
Ohtani. McNeil fouls it to the backstop.
You got around that fastball. It kind of cut right at the last second. 98 miles an hour. Just pure. I would think if you're McNeil, you got to stay hard with him. You don't have a chance right here to stay soft. It's hard and adjust.
Full count now, 3-2. Here's the pitch. McNeil pulls it. Foul. Well, he did adjust.
Gutsy for Ohtani right there to go with the slider. Little backdoor slider. McNeil, to his credit, he was sitting hard. He adjusted well right there. Elite. We've seen some elite hitters today. Wow.
And yet the pitching has been brilliant too. 3-2 here in the 9th inning.
There has been.
Another 3-2 pitch from Ohtani. McNeil takes ball 4, just a little bit low.
Well, Lance has been tight all night, and I think that was the right pitch and the right call.
Wow.
Mitts down.
So now McNeil draws the walk, and you bring in the extremely fast Bobby Witt to pinch run at first base.
What an absolute at-bat. And Mark DeRosa talked about it tonight. Bobby Witt can steal a bag whenever he wants. They need a bag here. Bobby Witt's the guy.
With the hitters up, you just wonder, are they willing to risk that? We'll see. Mookie Betts and then Trout. 1-run game, 9th inning. Betts takes a strike right on the outside corner.
You got the right guys.
You do.
Let's go to work.
Here's the 0-1. Mookie on the ground to second. We'll see if they can turn 2. That's 1. That's 2. It's a double play. And Japan is 1 out away.
He got a good pitch to hit right there. Well, we said it since the beginning of the start of this game. Japan will do everything right to win a ball game. And they're 1 out away with their leader, their captain. Manu a mano right here. USA's captain versus Japan's captain.
First time they've ever faced each other. They've been teammates for 5 years. The best against the best. Ohtani to Trout. Ball 1. We waited a long time to say that.
Speechless. Not much to say, but enjoy.
Let's do it. Ohtani's 1-0. Pull it by at 100 miles an hour.
Is this fun or what?
Japan hoping to celebrate. USA looking for heroics. Ohtani's 1-1. Trout takes off the outside.
It is unbelievable. It's 100 miles an hour cutting. Now that pitch just cut.
Ooh.
That's a ball.
Great take.
This take though, he's giving him the heater.
2-1. Here's the pitch. Trout swings and misses. Pure challenge.
I wouldn't want it any other way. My best stuff against your best swing. All right. Here we go.
USA down to its final strike in the 9th inning. Ohtani 2-2 to Mike Trout. Here's the pitch in the dirt at 102.
Baseball wins tonight. A matchup we've all been wanting to see.
Two from Ohtani. He throws. Trout strikes out swinging. Ohtani and Japan celebrate a World Baseball Classic championship. And on this night, the great Shohei Ohtani in Japan just a little bit better than Mike Trout and USA. What an ending to an all-time tournament.
What a game.
We got to see what we came to see. And Shohei Ohtani got it done. Incredible.
See the emotions right there. 3-2 slider against his teammate. Mission accomplished for Japan.
USA with 9 hits. They out-hit Japan 9-5. One more home run from Japan. I don't know if we saw that coming. Just a little more power. And for the USA team, the greatest collection of players in the world, but you can see the disappointment.
A lot to be proud of.
They sure have a lot to be proud of. Team USA doesn't. They don't want to go back in that clubhouse. They don't want it to be over.
We talked about what this meant to Mark DeRosa and his family. It means a lot to the players for Team USA. As we see that pitch right there, that slider. You know, he got his fastballs. We see all the reactions.
Just amazing. What a performance by Ohtani. And what a game. For the 3rd time, Japan, champions of the World Baseball Classic. Back for more right after this. All right, we're back here in Miami, which was just a tremendous host site for this World Baseball Classic. Quarterfinals, semis, championship game. Some of the greatest baseball that you could ever see was on display this week. And we finish it off with an at-bat that you and I will be thinking about for a long, long time.
Oh, no question about it. And you talk about the best players in the game. Well, player A in Ohtani, player AA in Trout, and we'll take you into the at-bat. Started him off with a slider, and then he just wanted to go to work. Ohtani did, with 3 straight fastballs. Trout just couldn't pull the trigger. A little bit late, a little underneath. And for me, it's that 3-2 slider, just unhittable. Unbelievable performance by Team Japan. Unbelievable performance all tournament by Ohtani. We got the matchup we wanted, the dream matchup that we've always been talking about. Ohtani versus Trout. Ohtani wins the first clash.
Yeah, and it just was exactly the way you'd want to see it play out for Team USA. The disappointment of coming up just that much short. Japan goes undefeated in this World Baseball Classic. That had only happened one time before. The Dominican Republic, when they won in 2013, never lost a game. And in this instance, with the different format this year, the pressure of elimination as soon as you advance out of pool play, just so impressive. What were Shohei Ohtani's words in the clubhouse to his team before the game?
Let's not fear them. We can't look at them like.
We always love this moment. Happens after every game with Team Japan. Salute the fans, salute the team you faced on the other side.
They never admired Team USA, at least for not for tonight. And those were the words for Ohtani.
Yeah.
You have to surpass that. Today they played to win one baseball game. They played beautifully.
Turning all the way around Japan is to acknowledge the fans across this ballpark. Hideki Kuriyama, who had never managed Samurai Japan, this national team before. What an experience for him. Just the best of competition. That's what you want. We are going to have the medal presentation coming up here momentarily, so we want to let you stick around and see that. Team USA will get their silver medals and the gold presented to the team from Japan. Shohei Ohtani.
Here to present the silver medals to runner-up Team USA. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred, MLB PA Executive Director Tony Clark, and World Baseball Softball Confederation President Ricardo Fraccari.
Well, I'm sure it's bittersweet for those players for Team USA. Paul Goldschmidt, Arenado, Betts, Trout. They wanted that other medal, but what they have done for this event, with not just their participation, their enthusiasm, that was worthy of the other medal.
Absolutely. You see the respects from Team Japan. They're all clapping for them out of respect. They know how tough this opposition was, but a lot to be proud of if you're Team USA.
Sometimes in this sport, you just get beat.
There's a winner and there's a loser.
And that's why we love it.
What a game, though.
The memories of the dominant win against Cuba in the semifinals. How about the come-from-behind win against Venezuela? An all-time game.
To the fans here, they've come. It's been unbelievable since day one. From pool play to the finals.
They have been. Now Japan can go back to admiration. They beat the great American team on this night. And the coaches too. See Ken Griffey Jr., Dave Righetti, Mark DeRosa's talked so many times about his coaching staff and the job that they've done, the work they've put in.
And now the presentation of the gold medals to the World Baseball Classic champions, Japan.
Now the gold medals.
And now the gold medals. Or from top to bottom, you look at this roster, and everybody specializes in 1, 2, or 3 things. For Shohei Ohtani, the leader, he specializes in 5 or 6 things. Just remarkable, this team. And Shohei even talked about it earlier today. This is the best team he's ever been on.
We got to see not just the established stars like Ohtani and Darvish. We got to see the emerging stars, Roki Sasaki, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. We may see him next year in Major League Baseball. How about the kid today, Takahashi, and the stuff we saw from him?
Takahashi, Togo, Oda, obviously Darvish, but Murakami, how big he was for these last 2 games, coming up clutch, hit after hit, with a big home run today. And just all around, they play really good baseball, solid defense, really good base running. And it was just remarkable to see from top to bottom.
They had to play that way.
They did. They sure did.
And the camaraderie on the USA side, those players will never forget their experience together. They've got Ichiro's jersey.
What a cool moment right there.
It really is. Appreciation for those coaches.
And a lot of these guys will be back.
They've already said they will. The last player in line. The guy who was last on the mound.
Well deserved. What did they mean, Darvish and Shohei? Both of these legends in Japan. Both of them legends here in the States.
Ohtani had to get 3 outs against 2 MVPs, Mookie Betts and Mike Trout, to finish off this championship, and he did it. Of course, he's an MVP too.
And they're waiting. They want all the coaching staffs. They want all the trainers to get their medal.
Yeah.
They want to be the last ones. And Ohtani and Darvish, the whole team's going to wait for them.
Ohtani's great at everything he does except for waiting in line.
There's Darvish.
And now the last one.
Who has been selected as the 2023 World Baseball Classic Most Valuable Player.
And no shock, another MVP trophy for Shohei Ohtani, the most valuable player of this World Baseball Classic. And who knows, maybe this is the week that the world looks at that man as the greatest player in the world. And that trophy is right in front of Shohei Ohtani. The big trophy, the team trophy. There it is. So maybe Shohei, after photo time is over, maybe he's going to bring it out to the stage.
I would think so. They earned it. He earned it. Enjoy that walk, young man, with the big trophy.
Yeah. Okay. Trade one.
Trade one for the other. Yeah.
Trophy on behalf of his team is Shohei Ohtani.
It's not light.
Says it's heavy. Look at him enjoy that. Go take that walk, young man. Enjoy it. What a pleasure it's been.
Well, he didn't literally carry his team to a championship. At times it felt like it. The greatness of Shohei Ohtani on the big stage. That image will be everywhere in Tokyo and around the country of Japan. Champions of the World Baseball Classic.
He's not giving that away. Two weeks of really clean baseball. 2 weeks of winning baseball.
And traveling across the world. Started their tournament in Tokyo and ending it here in South Florida. And we have, I mean, that's an image that'll last forever, but we had a lot of them, not just with Japan, but with so many of the teams.
We sure did. From day one to tonight.
Venezuela, the great baseball they played in, sweeping through a tremendously talented pool. Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic playing for a spot in the quarterfinals and playing an all-time great game. Joey Meneses and his 2 home runs for Mexico against Team USA.
What a great picture that is right there. I would think Ohtani will have a well-deserved rest after tonight.
I would hope so. He has earned it. He really has.
It's been everything we've hoped for.
It has. And I did want to take just a moment here before the celebration is over to say thank you. We've had literally over 150 people here in Miami to help us put these games on over the last 2 weeks. Just a tremendous amount of hard work from Chris Pfeiffer, our VP of live events, who does such a great job with all of these big events with us. Our great producer Bill Bolin, who did a terrific job for us game after game. Our extremely talented director Jason Lobb. Our technical director Adam Plout. Dan Cochran, who's our lead audio. Our tape producer Keith Costas, his crew John, Pat, Eric, Pete. Our associate director Mike Cass. Our graphics folks Ian Harmon, Sarah Mann, Alex Moore, Antonio Slater, James Yevon, our StatCast crew, Pat Armstrong, Gianni Lobikis, our production managers, Stephanie Perron, Sam Calastro, Ryan Delaney, Jason LaManna and Chris Monroe, our tech managers, Andrew Batty, William Joel, Raul Vegas, our edit support, our tech ops director, Jason Hedgecock, our researcher, Kevin Dillon. We couldn't have done it without him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All the folks in our booth, Carly, Mary, Jenna, John, everybody here, Bobby, who helped make us comfortable for these 2 weeks. And many, many more behind the scenes folks who made these telecasts possible. It was a blast.
Sure was.
To you, mi amigo.
Yes, mi amigo. We started it. Little cafecito, little empanadas, little Spanish. Incredible. It's been an absolute pleasure, Dave.
It really has been.
It's been more than I ever thought, and so I got to thank you. I got to thank everybody. But it has been a learning experience, an enjoyable experience, and wouldn't want it any other way. So thank you, my friend.
We got to see some of the best baseball we could ever hope for.
There's Ohtani right there. If I could do that to you, Dave, I would do that to you right now.
It's a lot less dangerous when you can't drop Shohei Ohtani. He made it through the tournament. You got to take care of him. Everybody may get a turn.
New bar.
Just pure joy. And I think, you know, if this game had gone in the other direction, I don't know if we have seen players being tossed. We would have seen the joy on the other side.
Yes, absolutely.
That was what made this so fun. Everybody was all in.
Awesome. Just awesome.
We did it, you know, we told you about there was going to be history made tonight no matter what. Japan, the team that has won 3 World Baseball Classics now, 3 out of the 5, and only the second team to run undefeated. They prevented the United States from being back-to-back champions by prevailing here in this championship game. So they won the first 2, and now the most recent edition. We had to wait. The pandemic wiped out the tournament that would have happened after 2017. Maybe makes it extra special for Japan, a country that cares so much about this event.
Not only that, but the second ever undefeated World Baseball Classic run. A team that just absolutely dominated from day 1 to tonight. 7-0. Only other team that has done that was the Dominican Republic team in 2013. But other than that, it has been an absolute pleasure to watch baseball. Clean baseball. Wow. At the highest level. At the highest level.
And the proof that this sport is played at the highest level, not just in the United States, but around the world. Part of what this World Baseball Classic looks to accomplish.
You know, I know we have a winning team in Japan, but baseball, I keep saying this, baseball won in this tournament. We had so many great moments that, you know, as tonight, another great moment. But this has been an absolute pleasure.
Well said. Well, we're going to leave you with some of the great images of not just this game, which finished with an all-time classic showdown, but the entire World Baseball Classic. It has been so fun. We will not soon forget the great baseball we saw here in Miami and around the world. Team Japan, the champions of this 2023 World Baseball Classic. For Yonder Alonso and our great crew, Dave Fleming saying so long. Thanks for being with us.